You can holler gang, gang, all of you wanna now go get your team. I will go to the extremes, eliminate you by any means.
Well, welcome back to another sports reaction. I am your host, Jonah Pittman. And once again, we is talking about the Chicago Bears, and they is going to be taking on the Tennessee Titans in the last preseason game. Just got a word update that it is about 4 to 6 open spots left. So it is a large amount of guys that will be fighting for those last 4 to 6 spots on the active roster. And of course, with the addition of having additional spots, there will be at least another additional 5 to 6 on the practice roster as well. But before the game officially starts, of course, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you are new to the channel. If you are already a Jonah Pittman fan, just go ahead and hit that like button also, and just make sure to share the video as well. And just keep this party rolling and keep the channel building. But once again, now there's only 4 minutes left before the start of the game, so just gonna discuss a few things now. Early in the week, Sports Talk Chicago and also Mike North did have a discussion about the last preseason game and discussing a little bit more of this one, mainly talking about Mitchell Trubisky and Justin Fields and how Justin Fields may not be able to add up to what Mitchell Trubisky have been able to do over the past 3-4 seasons, especially in terms of passing. He think of course, he'd be able to do it in terms of rushing, but he don't know if he'd be able to do it consistently as a passer, because guess what? As Mitchell Trubisky, everyone noted over his career, only people he had was Allen Robinson and also Jordan Howard throughout the bulk of his career, and then eventually having Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, Cole Kmet coming in, and everybody else. But I will be playing that small segment of Sports Talk Chicago by John Gazul and also Mike North that will be coming up right now, talking briefly about what was going on in the last preseason game and what do Mike North think about Justin Fields and what the type of career he might have. I'm going to play that segment right now.
Disconnect was, but Dalton probably will be replaced in the third or fourth game, and Fields definitely. I will tell everybody this: I'd be willing to bet anybody that after 3.5 years or 4 years of quarterbacking, Fields' stats won't be like Trubisky's were the first 4 years with the Bears. And Trubisky hasn't had a whole lot to play with. You know, everybody talks about what Mitch did with the Bears. Well, who did he have? You know, they got rid of Jordan Howard right under his feet. Like, regardless of how Jordan Howard is now, Montgomery took a year. You know, I mean, this is a team that Allen Robinson, if he's double teamed this year, somebody better step up. So hopefully things will turn out good, but there was no reason for this whole fiasco, except for the fact there was a falling out after the third game between Mitch Trubisky, and everybody knows it, and Matt Nagy.
Just want to set the record straight here, Mike, and you know this from last year. I do like Mitch Trubisky. Maybe the tweet seemed a bit misleading, but I will say this. Bears fans who consider him a bust obviously don't know what a bust is. I mean, Kate McDowell was a bust. Demarcus Russell,
Right.
Ryan Leaf. These are guys who played 2 years in the NFL and then sputtered out. Mitch Trubisky has a 29-22 record. I don't think that's anywhere near being called a bust.
No, and I'm with you 100%. And the bottom line is, John, that the people that called him a bust are the same people that were at the altar of Jay Cutler. They're at the altar now of Justin Fields. No, I mean, I'm serious now. This is no laughing matter. Justin Fields is RG3 to me. And if anybody remembers RG3, his first 2 years were outstanding.
Right.
Okay? But then, because the only thing he could do, you want to talk about not being able to read a defense? Or not being able to recognize a pass rush, they rushed 4 guys and he walked right into one that almost killed him. So he can run away all he wants. He's already dinged up. He was limping at the end of that game. He's RG3 or RG3 Junior or RG3 the second or RG3 2. That's what he's going to be. Now, can he stay healthy to do that? And if he can, good. Because then you got a Lamar Jackson stuff. But as far as who was the best quarterback on the field Sunday? Heads and tails, Trubisky. It was embarrassing. I mean, you put up 34 points. That was shutting everybody up because he's had to keep it in for 3 years. Keep it inside because he's a class act.
Let me ask you this. Do you think, for Fields, that's an indictment on the O-line?
Okay, welcome back, people. Of course, that was the video courtesy of Sports Talk Chicago with John Kazoo. He did let me use his video clip to basically let you hear exactly what Mike North thought about Justin Fields. At this time, he does believe that Justin Fields will be at best RG3 if he can stay healthy. Talking about based on the first couple of seasons of RG3, not what he is basically now, being able to just be able to outrun everybody. But he's saying that people discuss how Mitchell Trubisky can read a defense, but based on his assessment, neither can Justin Fields, and he is at a worse part than Mitchell Trubisky because, of course, the four-man rush that came, and he still didn't see the defender, and the defender almost took his head off and almost ended his career before it actually even started. But as of right now, the game is officially on the way. It is 6:01 at this time, so of course, just make sure to tune in and make sure you hit that like button if you are new. Also hit that subscribe button as well, and make sure to share this video. Once again, hit that like and subscribe button. Also share the video as well, and just keep the channel going and keep it getting bigger. But once again, I did just display that brief video of Mike North and also John Kazoo of Chicago Sports Talk, or Sports Talk Chicago to be more exact. And they did briefly discuss the last preseason game and just talking about it. Really, the Bears really did not look that good. They need to improve on a lot of things. It's a lot of holes in their offensive line. Of course, Jermaine Ifedi is one of the guys, and also Jason Peters, who's also going to be coming in. And both of those guys most likely will be playing in this last preseason game, finally getting some reps as well. And they also will probably most likely going to see Larry Borum and Elijah Wilkinson out there as well. Going to see those guys go out there and perform. So we just got to see exactly how this team kicks off the season. Of course, Justin Fields is starting all the way through majority of this game. He's going to at least play one half in this preseason game. And a lot of people try to say, of course, it's just preseason, but the way your team performs in the preseason is really the thing that makes it holds out for your squad. So let's just hope that thing does pan out for this season. And of course, the defense look a lot better because the defense last week against a more crisp, more better coach team, we saw exactly what happened to our Bears defense. They got their ass smoked last week. So let's just see, even though it is going to be second or third string guys, we still just want to see exactly how they perform in this game and see if they're going to make the team because a lot of people won't make this squad. The NFL teams is very condensed. It's only a 53-man active roster, typically 10-man practice squad. I think it's been moved up to about 15, 16 over the past couple of seasons due to COVID because so many players going in and out because of COVID. So because of that, they have an additional roster spots. So it's a lot more spots to be available, but it's still a very small spot. So a lot of guys will not be able to achieve their lifelong dream to be able to play in the NFL. At most they probably only make it to the preseason rosters, and that's it. They never make the cut for the regular season. So it's going to be interesting this preseason game and see exactly how everything is going to turn out in this one. And the preseason game is just about on the way. Of course, right now they just doing highlights of Matt Nagy talking about the importance of the last preseason game and what exactly does it mean for our Chicago Bears having the best roster available. And the main thing that they better get together is the special teams because that right there definitely changed the full aspect of a game. If your special teams unit is not good, that means they're giving up free touchdowns and always the opposing team offense instead of starting at the 25, they're starting more so at the 35, 45, 50-yard line. You know, on the team's 50-yard line. 47 and more. It can get real bad out there because us Bear fans that's been around long enough to watch the entire game knows exactly how that is in 2014, 2015 And I believe even 2016 when the special teams unit was not that good at all, and then just shit just went left almost every single game. You know, every blue moon they might get a few stops on special teams, fumbles or whatever, but things just did not look good for our Chicago Bears at that time. So hopefully they can improve that drastically this season, and that's one of the main things I do want to see. Defense, offense, and special teams. I want to see all three phases look a lot better than it did in this preseason. So let's hope that that can be improved. And also, now the kickoff is getting ready to officially start, and the Bears game will be under commence. And right now we are waiting for the official kickoff to start the game. And the kick is off. And Titans play take a simple kneel down, number 80. And the Titans offense will be out on the field. And once again, it will be most likely almost nothing but backups, and then probably the starting offensive line for both teams to play. I'm pretty sure it's going to be mainly the Bears going to have all five starters probably out there, get them some more reps, get them to be together a lot more, and see exactly how it's going to be. But Titans is out on their first offensive snap, three wide receiver set, single backfield. Tight ends switching over to the left, and now he swings the wide receiver back over to the right. It's four wide receivers set all together, and they snap the ball, and the ball is ran, and a simple 2 yard gain after the first play for the Tennessee Titans, and they already fighting out there, already getting ready to fight Deion Bush and another player. They almost getting ready to fight, but anyway, now it is 2nd and 8, 14 minutes and 35 seconds left on the play clock for the Tennessee Titans. We see Danny Trevathan out there once again through our receiver set, fullback shift to the backfield, and they run the ball again. And once again, stop for a short game. And Eddie Goldman is out there this time, out there to make the stop, but also Mario Edwards Jr. And only a 1 yard gain. Eddie Goldman looked pretty good. Did a quick swim move off the lineman, still looking very strong, and stopped him short after a 2 yard gain. And now it is 3rd down and 6 for our Chicago Bears. And now they are at a four wide receiver set, three to the right, running back to the back. Ball is snapped, and just like that, Matt Barkley, the former quarterback for the Chicago Bears, can't get the pass out because of all the pressure that came their way. And now it is 4th and 6, and the Tennessee Titans now is getting ready to punt the football. Straighten this out. There we go. But once again, 4th down and 6, 13 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter. 10 seconds left on the play clock. The ball is snapped, and the punt is officially off. That is excellent. Demir Bird catch the ball, get a fair catch, which he had a lot of space out there. He could have just took off, I guess. But now Justin Fields starting in his first preseason game of this preseason, and he's going out with a 59% completion percentage, 222 total yards, 2 touchdowns, and an 83.5 quarterback rating. So once again, this is the Bears' first offensive drive, and they come out in a 3 wide receiver set, tight end close, single backfield next to the quarterback, and then they shift the wide receiver around, and a short gain up the field, about a good 4 to 5 yard gain by Damian Williams, the new asset for the Chicago Bears, number 8. It still looks weird seeing that as a running back with a single number, but it is now 6 yard gain. So 2nd down and 4, 13 minutes and 10 seconds left on the play clock, and the Chicago Bears is moving the ball up the field right now on their first drive after the first down play. Once again, 2nd down and 4, 13 minutes left in the play clock. Shift the wide receiver to the right, and they run Damian Williams up the middle, and he is stopped a half yard in the backfield, and now it is officially 3rd down and 4 for our Chicago Bears. With 12 minutes and 46 seconds left on the play clock, it is 3rd down and 4 yet again, and it is 25 seconds left on the play clock. It is 12 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game. And now they're showing Jason Peters, man, he's been around a long time, 17-year pro. But there's a 4 wide receiver set, running back in the backfield, he's swinging out. And Justin Fields gets hit immediately and sacked in the backfield. And I believe that is the starting offensive line. So, yeah, it's going to be real rough for our Chicago Bears. And just like that, it is 4th down. And that is, yes, that is all the starters out there. And Jermaine Ifedi once again gets beat bad. And just like that, is over with. A promising drive that the Bears had after getting the stop is ended just like that. And it's 4th down 11 and 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter, and the punt is off, and the returner gets the ball and able to return it about 4 to 7 yards up the field. And once again, the Chicago Bears will be back on defense. It is 11 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first quarter. And of course, there is now officially taking a break. And once again, talking about Justin Fields, not being able to see the field right away, not having the proper pocket awareness to be able to do very well in the NFL. Let's just hope that that does improve as the season goes on. Hopefully things work out with Andy Dalton. If not, of course, Justin Fields will be the starting quarterback this season, which majority of us is predicting exactly what is going to happen. And Justin Fields, of course, indeed will be the starting quarterback for our Chicago Bears. But I have to look at it this way. Andy Dalton will be on a 5-game stretch, every 5 games. However he do every 5 games, that's how long he will be able to do it. Kasim Baker, what's going on, man? What's going on? Salute to you, Kasim Baker. How you doing, bro? But yeah, basically, in order for everything to just basically plan out right with Andy Dalton, the Bears are going to have an excellent record in order for him to be able to stay the starting quarterback for our Chicago Bears. He's going to have at least a 3-2 record, in which that might not even save his starting job. But it have to be something excellent like 4-1, 3-2 record, and at best, of course, 5-0 record for Andy Dalton to continue to be the starting quarterback for our Chicago Bears. But if he just outright plays like shit against the Rams, you already know it's going to be some bullshit going on. Old man doing the stream, all dusty. Oh yeah, I feel you. I see that your old ass got up out the stream real quick too. Settle Kuiper's bank account with your old fat ass. But anyways, back to talking about the Chicago Bears. Yet again, we just got to see exactly how Andy Dalton plays, because the Chicago Bears end up with a terrible record, like anywhere between 2-3 and 0-5 record. Andy Dalton is gone completely. Like he won't even see the field again, even if there is an injury to Justin Fields. Like they most likely will have Nick Foles over him, and he will drop all the way down to 3rd on the depth chart. But yet again, the Chicago Bears defense is back onto the field. They do have a few starters out there, as in Danny Trevathan, who I've heard rumors about him possibly being released or traded with a few other guys as well. And the ball was snapped on 1st down after the Tennessee Titans being in a 5 wide receiver set, empty set backfield, and it was, of course, the false start on that number 73, who moved a bit early, and of course he knew already once the whistles came, it was over to actually be number 76. But once again, the Tennessee Titans in a 4 wide receiver set, single backfield to the right on 1st and 15. And the ball is snapped. Quick draw to the running back, who able to make it out to the outside and spin up the field, make a big hit, and was able to continue to stay on his feet and possibly get a 1st down just like that, number 38 for the Tennessee Titans. Now, this is another thing that the Bears definitely have to work on. If they're going to go and go for a big hit, you have to wrap up the ball carrier because that big hit bullshit is not going to do much if you cannot wrap up the ball carrier. And once again, Duke Shelley out there looking shitty as hell, not wrapping up the tackles. Yes, you're a big hitter, but you have to wrap up and make the right plays. But it was 2nd and 3. Once again, Tennessee Titans in a 3 wide receiver set. Two in the backfield, one back, one out to the open field. They threw the ball down the middle to the tight end. Tight end could not hold on to the football. So now it is now 3rd down and 3, and Danny Trevathan is credited with the pass breakup, and he has had 4 consecutive seasons of 100 tackles. So let's see if he can do that now, and of course improve a lot better as well. Boom, 3rd down and 3. They run a simple 4 wide receiver draw play, and the running back was able to get it up the field and get the easy 1st down after a 4 or 5 yard gain, and it is 1st down for the Tennessee Titans. 10 minutes and 45 seconds left in the 1st quarter, and already the Tennessee Titans is down on the field. Hurt number 52. It looked like he had hurt his foot or his ankle, but right now things is not looking good for him. It will be an injury time out, and it is 10 minutes and 45 seconds left in the 1st quarter. So just stay tuned into the stream. Once again, it is the Chicago Bears versus the Tennessee Titans in the final preseason game of the season. So of course, we're watching it because not only we love football, we just want to see exactly how things will pan out with the remaining players that could make the roster, could not make the roster, and just basically discuss all the possibilities and scenarios of what could possibly happen in this preseason game. And let's just hope that everybody is able to make it out of this preseason game healthy, because of course everyone hates to see injuries, especially when it's your team. So hopefully that does work out as well. But yet again, talking about Justin Fields, let's see exactly how he will be able to perform in this preseason game, because of course last week he didn't play well against the 2nd and 3rd string. This week he already well, in this game he already been sacked already, and of course there is the starting offensive line out there. That is Jermaine Ifedi, Jason Peters, Cody Whitehair, Sam Mustipher, and James Daniels, all out there at the same time. And of course, one of the guys that was a weak link last year, who actually gave up the strip sack fumble, who gave up the strip sack that Trubisky wound up giving up last year against the Lions, and that was Jermaine Ifedi. Yet again, he does it again, and of course, this time leads to Justin Fields getting sacked. So I hope they're able to improve that drastically, because it's not looking good right now. But once again, it is on break for the Bears. So let's just see how's you know exactly how he looking, you goofball. You know Tevin Jenkins won't be playing until maybe week 8 or at most, latest in the season. If the Bears don't decide to redshirt him, it'll be week 12 at the latest that Tevin Jenkins will be playing, because he is of course hurt with a back injury. And now they're showing a replay of the reason why the Tennessee Titan player got hurt, got rolled up on his back foot, and that's what got him hurt. But once again, now the game is back on. Tennessee Titans. It's out on the field in a I formation set. Wide receivers shift back to the left, and they run the ball to the running back, and the running back is still once again able to stay on his feet and continue to fight for yards and get about a 3-yard gain, and it will be 2nd down and 7 with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 1st quarter and 30 seconds left on the play clock. So the Chicago Bears is back on defense, and this running back from the Tennessee Titans, he's been running hard since the beginning, and he continues to run hard. The Bears almost stopped him in the backfield, but he keeps turning their feet and he keeps moving the ball. But once again, now they're on a weak I formation, and they get the ball to the fullback down the field. Danny Trevathan able to make the tackle, and the fullback will be about 2 or 3 yards short. So it's about 3rd down and 2 or 3rd down and 3, and it is 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in the 1st quarter. So Tennessee Titans did run a weak eye formation and was able to shift the fullback back to the right, and the quarterback was able to fit the ball into a tight window, and the fullback was able to get up the field. And of course, number 59 for the Chicago Bears, Danny Trevathan, was able to make the tackle. And now they are out in a four wide receiver set, single backfield, and able to and immediately hit a wide receiver down the middle, and they convert the 3rd and 1. And once again, now it is first down for the Tennessee Titans after that third down conversion, and it's 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. And just like that, used his own man as a pick player, and he was able to make and he was able to make the catch. And Danny Trevathan comes in and make a very quick tackle, so it won't be no yards after the catch. But first down, Tennessee it is. And now it is a single back formation, two tight ends to the right, and they run the football to the right. And once again, number 38, he does not go down when he is first contacted. He immediately go ahead and just keep pushing his feet, and he keeps making the right move basically. And now it is second down. It is 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Second down and 20 seconds left on the play clock. And yet again, the Tennessee Titans go out in a single back set. Both tight ends to the left, and now the tight end shifting back to the left, to the right, back to the left. And play action pass. And intercepted by Danny Trevathan. He saw the opening and he took it. And just like that, Danny Trevathan picks the ball off and takes a seat on the Tennessee Titans bench. And the Bears get the important turnover just like that. Danny Trevathan saw it all the way through. That was an easy interception. That could have been picked off by all three defenders of the Chicago Bears. So that was just an easy play by the Chicago Bears defense. And let's see now how the Chicago Bears offense be able to go out there and play with 7 minutes and 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Of course, first down, Chicago Bears. Now the Chicago Bears in the three wide receiver set, single backfield. Justin Fields throws the ball to number 49, Scooter Harrington, who I never heard of ever in my goddamn life. But okay, one of the guys that probably won't make the roster. But hey, it is what it is. The Chicago Bears is back out in the three wide receiver set to the left, tight end tight to the right, single backfield, and the ball is snapped. You get about the Damian Williams, who able to make a move and get 2 extra yards and gets about a 5-yard gain, and now it's about third down and 5 for 7 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Oh, third down and 6. Okay, it was a 4-yard gain. Let's see what else bullshit they said. Okay, they said don't start Justin Fields. He's going to get hurt with that O-line. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with the O-line. Hopefully Larry Bourne able to come in and play and take over for Jermaine Ifedi, because Jermaine Ifedi is just a nobody really. But the Bears go back to a 4 wide receiver set, and just like that, Rodney Adams, man, I just really hope he makes the team, because he is just a dog out there, and he makes the important catch with Justin Fields, throwing him the ball, and just like that, the Bears get the first down. And he is an excellent route runner, pretty good size for him. Yeah, pretty good. Number 13. Let's see exactly what he's going to do. So far, he got 7 receptions, 146 yards, and 1 touchdown in this preseason. The Bears is in a 3 wide receiver set, one tight end close, single backfield. The ball is snapped. They tried to run a screen pass to Demir Bird, and it is swallowed up quick. No, that was Rodney Adams again. But either way, it was swallowed up quick, and it will be second down and 10 or second down and 11, and the clock continues to run. It is 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Once again, second down and 9. And the Chicago Bears right now is a little stagnant after getting the first down, but Either way, the Bears is indeed on the 43-yard line of their side of the field. Three wide receivers head single backfield. The ball is snapped. Justin Fields gets the ball off. Riley Ridley breaks the tackle and able to get a few more yards up the field, and it's about a yard or two short of the first down. And now they're showing highlights of what Rodney Adams has been able to do, make those spectacular catches, making multiple catches off guys' helmets, and able to just keep being able to run and break free. So I hope that Rodney Adams can be one of those breakout guys for the Bears. I hope they get the chance to play him out there because he is indeed pretty good. But it looks like he's a little banged up right now, so hopefully he can get back out there and play. But it is third down and 2, 5 minutes and 15 seconds left, and they do a ooh. He almost pounded ahead, but he is 1 yard short after a quick draw halfback play. And it is fourth down and 1 for the Chicago Bears, and they could not get the first down. And I don't know if Matt Nagy is going to go for it, knowing Matt Nagy because the preseason game he's going to try to throw some type of mix in there, try to get some shit worked on, see what worked, what didn't. So yes, fourth down and 1. Chicago Bears often stand out there on the field. It is 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Once again, the Chicago Bears is going for it. And they give it to Damian Williams, who once again gets stopped short, a half yard short, and the Chicago Bears do not get the first down. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, Damian. The fuck you pointing at? I don't know what you pointing at. Y'all got stopped. And the Bears get stopped on fourth down, and it is 4 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter. And just like that, Tennessee Titans will be receiving the ball in Bears territory because the Bears was not able to move the ball. And remember, yet again, this is the Bears starting offensive line that cannot get pushed. Now, this is the same offensive line last year that was able to get some push, with David Montgomery. That's the reason why he was able to achieve that 1,000-yard season last year, because this is basically the same type of group, of course, minus Charles Leno Jr. and Bobby Massey last year. Two guys that's no longer with the Chicago Bears. And that's replacing them with Jermaine Ifedi, who did start a few games and did play for the Bears last year. And also Jason Peters, the longtime Philadelphia Eagles player. Basically should be one of their legends. I'm surprised that the moment he left, they didn't immediately try to retire his jersey. But yet again, the Bears do get stopped on fourth down, and the Tennessee Titans will be receiving the ball once it come back on commercial. What's going on, Mac? What's going down with you? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? But yeah, once it come back from commercial, that's when the Tennessee Titans will have the ball back in Bears territory at the 43-yard line. The Bears will stop a half yard short, so it is what it is. Now, don't say nothing to CEO. He a bum. He talking mess now because I'm in the stream, but when I was in the stream with him, I had him quiet. I be having him quiet. I know you heard Mac Ultra. I had cut that man up and had that man damn near ready to burst in tears. So next time you see him, tell him this. Tell him that real quick. But anyways, the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans, of course, is playing. There is no score because if it was one, you will see one on the scoreboard behind me on the chalkboard. So Tennessee Titans will be receiving the ball back, and the Bears game is officially back from commercial. You said, I'm good, Jordan. Yeah. I'm just saying because Fat Man be talking too much. I almost had that man in tears. He had to laugh it off because everybody was laughing at him. He was like, I had to accept the fact, that I am fat. Yeah, I know you is. Chubby man. But Tennessee Titans back on the field, 4 wide receiver set, single backfield, tight end shift back in close, and they run the ball up the field. And number 38, he is strong. Sargent is a strong running back. As soon as he hit the hole, he knocked back 2 Bears players, and all 3 collided at once. But they was able to stop him about 2-3 yards, only to a 2-3 yard gain. But yeah, Tennessee Titans is still trying to move the ball up the field, and they already replaced one of the quarterbacks in the preseason. Now went from number 14 to number 5, Woodside, and then second down at 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. And the ball was snapped, drop back to pass, easy pass up the field up to number 38, and he is immediately gang tackled by 3 Chicago Bears, and he is stopped short of the first down. It is third down with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter, with 25 seconds left in the play clock. So I'm still trying to see if it's third down to 1 or third down to 2. Up third down to 1, and the clock is still ticking. So let's see if the Chicago Bears can get this stop. Single backfield, and let's see, flag on the play. Let's see if it's encroachment. Yep, encroachment, number 97. So that Tennessee Titans get a free first down because Mario Edwards Jr. decided to jump the goddamn snap like a fucking idiot. But it is what it is. Once again, this is preseason, but motherfuckers definitely have to get that shit in order. Like, get that shit together. For real, for real. So after the penalty, Tennessee Titans come out in a single back set. Tight end switch back over to the left. Ball is snapped. Running back get the ball, and he just keep pushing. It's about a good 3 to 4 yard gain, and it is second down for the Tennessee Titans, still in Bears territory. So Sargent, he really wants to try to make somebody team because he is running hard. And now we have an injured Bear on the play after second down and 6 with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock. And the injured Bear is indeed Deion Bush, number 26. He is one of the critical guys for the Bears special teamers. So hopefully he is just a little dinged up and not going to be gone for a large part of the season. It looked like he hurt his shoulder. Hopefully it's just a stinger in the shoulder, not a torn rotator cuff or something worse, like he tore his bicep or something like that, because the Bears special teams is not looking so goddamn good this preseason so far. Hopefully we do not get a replica of what we saw in 2015, 2016, and of course also 2014 when the Chicago Bears special teams and their defense just historically they just looked horrible, horrible. Everybody was nutting all in their goddamn face, just fucking the defense up. Like that was just a shit. The Bears damn near became the Lions during that time period. So that's how dark it was for the Chicago Bears. So hopefully that doesn't happen this season. They don't look so bad, especially on special teams. Because I keep having to say special teams because defense can be fixed with the right players and calling the right plays at the right times and the right schemes. So can offense. But special teams, that literally takes a special group of guys to be able to just be able to run down the field knowing they finna get blasted on that play and try to blast them on their goddamn self. You got to be damn that insane to be able to do that. I know because I also played on special teams as well when I played in high school playing cornerback. So it's like you got to be a little psychotic to be able to know that you're going to take a big hit and still be able to try to deliver it to somebody else. And there's not a lot of NFL players that's willing to do that. It's not that many. You can see the difference between great special teams type of teams and teams that got horrible special team type of players. Of course, one of them being the Jets, Lions, just to name a few, having terrible special team players not willing to go out there and make that hard tackle. They're not willing to get blasted, to make that tackle, and then guys be able to break out and constantly being 30, 35 yards up the field. So let's just hope that this Bears team does not have that type of bullshit happen to them yet again. But the Bears game is back from commercial and it's second down and 6. There are the Tennessee Titans in a weak formation set, and it is a cutback run. And just like that, Sargent is shut down for the first time in this entire game. And he was stopped by number 45 for the Chicago Bears. after a 1-yard gain. The Chicago Bears could not give up any more any more bullshit like that, and they stopped them exactly like they needed to. Hopefully, number 45 could be one of those guys that can be able to make those stops during the preseason, like I was just talking about. And come on, man, they just came back from the fucking commercial, and now a Chicago Bear player is hurt, number 63. Somehow now he and hurt his left forearm, so hopefully, well, shit, I don't even know if he gonna make the team. Most likely not. Uh, wishes go out to him. Hopefully he not hurt and he be able to still provide for his goddamn family. Shit. But it is third down and 5, 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first quarter. And of course, it is a small injury time out, so it is what it is. And right now, all they're doing is showing the players on both teams. You see Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn conversing right now. And right now, you see Christian Jones, Snowden, all the guys out there on the field, just waiting to get back to playing some football. And I'm definitely ready to watch some of that football. So hopefully, like I said before, these players can stay healthy. Number one, don't slow the goddamn game down. Number two, just don't want to see no one, be crippled out there. Even though this is a hard-nosed game where your ass can get crippled at any given goddamn time. That's the reason why we love the sport of football anyway. But the game is now back in play. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Well, in the first quarter, third down and 5. 5 wide receiver sets, empty backfield. The ball is snapped, and pressure gets to him immediately, but he does make the throw in time, and the receiver makes a spectacular catch. Number 13 for the Tennessee Titans, and it is first down for the Tennessee Titans. The Bears pressure almost got that immediately. Number 99 Gibson bust through the Mario Elvis Jr. was busting through there. Number 72 for the Bears, don't know his name, was pushing the lineman right back into him, but he still was able to fit the ball in there, and it is first down to Tennessee. And this is a single backfield, double tight end to the right, 2 wide receivers wide, and it is a toss to Sargent. And Sargent, yet again, finding a way to keep trying to break tackles, but the Bears is able to get to him and stop him after only a gain of 1. So it'll be second down and 9. And the clock keep ticking. It is 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the first quarter for the Chicago Bears, and it is also 25 seconds left on the play clock. I said Chicago Bears, but it is left for the Tennessee Titans. Chicago Bears, once again, is on defense, and they are in the red zone at the 20-yard line. So it is a 3 wide receiver set. Look like it is a single backfield, tight end out wide. And the ball is snapped. Pressure comes, throws the ball, and the pass once again is complete by number 13. Yet again, Bears is struggling to make tackles. So you already know which guys is not going to be out there. Those guys are not going to be out there on special teams. Artie Burns did try to make the right play. He might make the same steal, but Artie Burns was out there. Excellent in coverage. Just the quarterback made an excellent throw, but when it came down to making the play and making the tackle to keep him from being able to run out for extra yards, he could not do so, and he get those extra yards, and the clock continued to run, and the first quarter is getting ready to end. And when they do come back from commercial, of course, the Tennessee Titans is still driving the ball down the field on the Chicago Bears, and they in the red zone. They're about 2, 3, maybe 5 yards away. So Tennessee Titans is closing in on the score, but once again, it is going into the second quarter. And the Chicago Bears defense is looking okay. Of course, they did get that turnover early in the first quarter, but as of right now, Tennessee Titans is just driving the ball deep down the field. And they're in the red zone right now, about 3 to 5 yards outside of the goal to meet. So let's just see exactly how that will be. And will Justin Fields be able to replicate what he did in week 1, or will that not happen because the team is just not performing well? And yet again, even though the Bears do not have their starting wide receivers out there, the Bears do have their starting offensive line out there. Yet again, if you are new to the channel, just make sure to to like and subscribe and share the content. If you already a subscriber, just make sure to like and share the content as well, and drop a comment in the comment section as well. I deeply do appreciate if you do that. So let's just highlight some of the bull that's been going on. Of course, Mac Ultra being up in here a little bit earlier, saying what up, John. You know, one of the guys that I be conversing with in other streams, you know, biological butter streams, but he keeps switching up his name. So just look up biological butters. You can find him. You can find me on the Mac Ultra, CEO Top Dog, who's also known as Settles Bank Account, Giants Nation. We be in there talking football, talking shit, conversing, talking about all type of stuff. So just make sure you go to that channel and check that out as well. And that's what the whole gang be at. We talk sports, we talk shit, we talk it all. It is what it is. But yet again, it is the Chicago Bears versus the Tennessee Titans in the start of the second quarter. And they is now starting to move into starting the second quarter and officially playing, and they are showing Andy Dalton converse with Allen Robinson and David Montgomery. Let's just hope those three guys can definitely make some type of noise before Andy Dalton get taken out. So let's just see how that goes. But right now, of course, these are about the backups to see exactly how they going to perform, who's going to make the team, who is not going to make the team. So it is their 8th play of this drive. They're on the 3-yard line, first and goal. And Mekhi Sargent only gets about a half a yard, if not 1 yard back up there. He blasted up to the field, but number 43 Christensen did, of course, make that tackle and stopped him short, because he's been just bursting up the field constantly, but he just wasn't able to fight through all the way, and Christensen was able to fight through the blocker and make the tackle. So second down and goal for the Chicago Bears. And then, of course, it is 14 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter, 10 seconds left on the play clock. Let's see if the Bears can get the stop. They run the ball again, and Sargent, I don't know, it looked like he got in, but they're saying he is stopped short a few inches. So third down and goal for the Chicago Bears, and the clock continues to go. Yeah, he was stopped short. Stopped about an inch or two short. So the Bears did stop him an inch or two short. So third down, 13 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter of this preseason game. 9 seconds left on the play clock. They spreading the Bears out wide, and then I still believe they're going to run the ball up the middle, but they don't. And he was under pressure immediately, and the Bears was able to get the stop on third down and knock Woodson down, and the Bears hold them to fourth down and inches. After Tennessee was able to drive the ball all the way down the field, the Bears bent, but definitely did not break, and would force him to get rid of the ball definitely early, because that defense was coming. And shit, I'm surprised it wasn't a flag how they almost broke that man in half. How hard that man hit him. But Tennessee is going for on fourth down and inches, and let's see exactly how they're going to do. And the Bears can't get the stop, and he was able to get in there for a touchdown. Touchdown Titans. So now it is 6-0 with 13 minutes and 28 seconds left in the second quarter. So now the first score officially goes up. So now I officially right on the chalkboard. Until Tennessee is kick that field goal and make the extra point, it will remain 6 up there on the board. Where is my eraser? Illuminati confirmed. And they kick the extra point, and the extra point, of course, is good. So I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and give me another one. It's a little bit bigger. Shit, it'll get it done. Tennessee makes the extra point. It's now 7-0 Tennessee Titans. So let's just see what Chicago Bears do once they do come back from commercial. Chicago Bears defense did hold them as long as they could. They did make a lot of good plays once they got them into the red zone. Tennessee Titans took them all the way into fourth down to get that conversion. But once again, it is not starters on starters. It is backups on backups and a few starters here and there in between. So we're just going to see exactly how things will turn out once the Bears get back on the field on offense. But as of right now, the Bears offense ain't did too much of shit. You know, they might get a good run here or there. They might even complete a good pass 12, 13 yards down the field. But right after that, it's like they can't move the ball after they get the first down. As you saw with Tennessee, the moment they got the ball back, because, of course, instead of punting the goddamn football and trying to pin Tennessee as deep as they can down the field, you know, they go for it. And, of course, that results in Tennessee getting 7 fucking points on the board. What the Bears should have did was punt it, try to get Tennessee deep into their own goddamn their own red zone, and try to have them push the ball up. Now, if the Bears would have did that, Tennessee would have been stopped at, let's say, if theoretically the Bears got them within the 10, it was somewhere around the 7 and between 7 and 9. With Tennessee moving the ball down the field as they did, Tennessee would have been stopped projectively at the 47-yard line, which means guess what? It's not 7 on the board. Tennessee has the point, and it's still a 0-0 ball game. But because you are dealing with Matt Nagy and competent ass, you got these type of situations going on. I don't give a shit if it is the preseason. Do what you're supposed to do. Do your goddamn job like you're supposed to. And so far, Matt Nagy as a goddamn coach is not doing his job. Yet again, with the starting offensive line out there, the Bears is not looking competent. How the hell your starting right tackle giving up a sack to a second or third string, maybe fourth string fucking pass rush? Jermaine Effetti. Come the fuck on, man. Like his ass need to have a seat. He need to be a goddamn security guard or some shit like that, because matter of fact, he don't even need to be that, because it seems like he can't protect no goddamn body as it is. He needs to go ahead and be at Walmart and be that guy that greets your ass and be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Welcome to Walmart. That's who the hell Jermaine Effetti needs to be, because he can't protect no goddamn body. He can't be no damn security guard. He definitely can't be no goddamn right tackle in the NFL. So it's like he needs to have a goddamn seat, and they need to put Larry Borum in there. And I'd rather go through his shit than going through this shit. You know, being established for the past 2-3 seasons, the man can't fucking block. Shit, he got Juan Castillo, who was an excellent offensive line coach, who was previously with the Bears for a long time before he ended up moving to somewhere else. And he's making him look bad. Talking about this man, I ain't get a chance to even say the formation or nothing. Jermaine Effetti, number 74, false start. So now we getting the same shit that we got from Charles Leno last year. We getting it with this bum. And he's a starter, so yeah. But first down and 15 for the Chicago Bears, 13 minutes and 22 seconds left. And they get the ball to Khalil Herbert, who was able to break free, get up the field, and get about 3 full-yard gain after breaking a few tackles. Once again, because of the flag, it was first and 15, and now there is another flag out on the field. So there's second down and 15 for the Chicago Bears. It was second down. Well, first down and 10 before the 5-yard penalty because of the false start. So they went from starting at the 20 to the 15-yard line, and now a penalty. And now holding number 6 and 7, that is on our starting center, Sam Mustipher. So all these penalties, everything is just looking sloppy. Why wasn't, if they looking sloppy like this, why wasn't these guys playing in the first 2 preseason games? Because that's exactly what you're gonna hear from everybody. You're gonna hear from Sports Talk Chicago. You're gonna hear from me. You're gonna hear from Kofi. You're gonna hear from every sports fan. You're gonna hear from people that watch it at ESPN. Why wasn't these guys playing in the beginning if they're gonna be playing in this goddamn slot? So now it's first down and 22. Justin Field gets the ball up to a goddamn tight end I never heard of, number 87. And was that just? Oh, okay. I have heard of him. He played last year for the Bears, just for Horsted, and they get a pick up a 7, and it is now second down and 15 for the Chicago Bears with 12 minutes and 35 seconds left on the play clock. But like I said before, man, this is the product that these niggas decide to put out here, and us as Bear fans got to suffer for it watching this bullshit. But it's second down and 15. Justin Fields escapes from the pocket, able to run up the field, and he slides down after about 7 more yards for the Chicago Bears. So now it is third down and 8. And Justin Field got up grimacing a little bit. Probably that goddamn growing pull that he had before. So third down and 8 for the Chicago Bears. 11 minutes and 50 seconds left on the play clock. So far tonight, Justin Fields is 4 of 5 in passing for 22 yards. And there's a 5 wide receiver set. And he gets the ball off. And did Rodney Adams make that catch? Yes, he did. Please put him on the squad. Rodney Adams is lighting these niggas up. Another first down for the Chicago Bears on another angle out route, and he makes the play, and Justin Fields makes the excellent pass. Damn, they didn't snap the ball fast enough because Rodney Adams did not get both feet down. Damn, they did it. Because that was an excellent catch by Rodney Adams, but too bad it ain't college. If it was college, of course that play standard because he got 1 foot down, but he did get both feet down, and they was able to get that challenge flag out right on time, just barely out on time. And yeah, there you go. Yeah, that is over with. Yeah, it don't look like he got 2 feet down, not from that angle. 1. Oh yeah, he 4th down coming up for the Bears. 4th down coming up. He didn't get that. He didn't get the other foot down. He didn't get that. But that was a good catch though. Just gotta know where you at on that field. You gotta get them feet down. But that's easy. That's an easy challenge. So once again, now they out on commercial, and Tennessee getting ready to get the ball back. Yet again, the score is indeed 7-0 Tennessee. And Justin Fields made an excellent throw. That was probably one of the best throws I see him throw this entire preseason. And the wide receiver just couldn't come down in bounds. Made a spectacular catch, but just couldn't come down in bounds. So Tennessee will be getting their ball back after that. It shouldn't take 3-5 goddamn minutes and seeing 6-7 goddamn commercials, because that's how easy that challenge is. It's that goddamn easy. It shouldn't take that goddamn long. So let's just see how this goes. Showing this goddamn Gatorade commercial with DK Metcalf. What the fuck do DK stand for? Can someone tell me what the fuck DK stand for? Is this nigga? Like, tell me what it is. What do DK is? Is it Derek Kendrickson, Metcalf, or whatever? Shit, tell me something. Someone look that shit up for me and tell me what that is. But anyways, Chicago Bears is still in commercial time right now, but as it's still the same story for our Chicago Bears, not able to move that ball offensively, and the defense is bending and breaking. This has been the story for the Chicago Bears the last couple of weeks, And right now we is closing in on our first official 4 hours. So yet again, just make sure to leave a like and also subscribe and also leave a comment as well. So just keep it going, keep this channel growing, people. This is once again Jonah Pitney bringing it back to you with another sports reaction. It is the Chicago Bears versus the Tennessee Titans preseason game. So it is 4th down and 8, 11 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second quarter. And the Bears is off to punt the ball. And the punt is off by Pat O'Donnell. And he catches the ball about 17 yards up the field. He's running around in the Bears. Special teams look a lot better this time. And they stop him almost immediately after maybe 3-4 yards up the field. And there's another flag out on the field. 11 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second quarter. And Tennessee once again is getting the ball back on offense. So let's see if the Tennessee will be going forward or backwards depending on this flag. So it was holding on the receiving team, number 39. So Tennessee will be moving back 10 yards after the holding penalty. So let's see what Tennessee does on offense, and let's see if the Chicago Bears defense will be able to get a few stops, or will Tennessee yet again unjustifiably move right back down the field, much like the Buffalo Bills did last week. Now, of course, the Chicago Bears do have a few starters in Danny Trevathan and Eddie Goldman, but other than that, it is traditionally backups. And Duke Shelley, see, that's one of the main things Duke Shelley can do. He can make great tackles out in the open field. He is just not the best coverage guy. But you put him in a box, he can see and make that open field tackle, and he tackles number 25, Field, the Tennessee Titans, at the line of scrimmage. So it is 2nd down and 10 with 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter, and the Tennessee Titans is at the 9-yard line of their own side of the field. 4 wide receiver set, and the play gets blown up immediately. Who made that tackle? I just know it's 3rd down and 10. Tennessee player was blown up immediately, and the clock continues to run. And right now they are talking to Allen Robinson of the Chicago Bears. You know, and they just asking him what is his job to be the leading receiver of this year. I'm not gonna hear everything about what he's saying, but he's basically gonna have to do what he did for the past couple of seasons. And the ball is snapped through our receiver, Gay, and the quarterback runs out in the open field. And on 3rd and 11, number 5 of the Tennessee Titans gets the first down, able to escape the pocket and run up the field. And once again get the first down. And Allen Robinson, back to him, he is the first Bears wide receiver since Brandon Marshall in 2013 to have 100 catches for the Chicago Bears. That was 8 years ago. The Bears definitely need to resign him. But it is 1st down for Tennessee, 3 wide receiver set, wide receiver shifting to the right, single backfield, tight end close, and they running the ball up the field. But it is a flag, so most likely it will be a false start penalty against the Tennessee Titans. So let's just see exactly what the penalty is. Who is it on? As they continue to talk to Allen Robinson, who got them. I don't know if it's my TV or this nigga just don't brush his fucking teeth. His grill pieces fucked. His grill pieces all the way fucked. But it is a 4 wide receiver set, single backfield. Bears on a nickel back set. And just like that, shift the ball out to the fullback, and the fullback is able to hold on to the ball after the penalty and get about a good 5 yards back. And Christian Jones was out to make the tackle for the Bears, and it is now 2nd down and 10 for the Tennessee Titans, who is up 7-0 on the Bears, and there's 8 minutes and 50 seconds left. Well, damn, that little geography messed me up bad. It's 25 seconds left. Fuck me up all the way in the second quarter. And there's 10 seconds left on the play clock. And they are in a 3 wide receiver set, tight end to the left, single backfield, and the ball was snapped. Quick pass to the wide receiver, and he is stopped immediately in the backfield, about 1.5 yards back in the backfield. So the Bears do indeed get the stop. And let's see exactly what the Tennessee Titans will do. Okay. Now they're showing the demographic for the Bears wide receivers that had 2 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Man, they went all the way back to Curtis Conway. Shit, you know how old I was when Curtis Conway was playing for the Bears? Shit, I was like 7, 8. Oh, ball picked off by the Bears. And a touchdown, Chicago. Just like that, a pick 6 for the Bears. The quarterback was hit in the backfield. The ball flew out, just flipped out of there, and ball picked up by number 31 for the Bears in an easy walk-in touchdown. And the Bears get on the board just like that. Easy play for the Bears. So now the Bears officially get on the board. It is now 7-6 for the Tennessee Titans. So let's just see if the Bears will make that extra point play. And if they do, then the game will be officially tied up 7-7. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. So just like that, Bears make a play on defense because the Bears offense can't do too much of shit. And the game is tied 7-7. There we go. So that game is now tied. Bears did just come away with the interception and return it in for a touchdown. So the Chicago Bears have now officially tied the game up with the extra point. And it is now 7-7. And Tennessee will be receiving the ball back right after commercial break. But of course, the Bears finally make a goddamn play. And their pass rush in this game looks way better. Yes, yet again, it is second string guys going against second string guys with a little coating of 1 or 2 starters for the Bears. So that was really just backup guys getting pressure on the backup quarterback. And they hit him so he couldn't get the ball out as clean as he wanted to. And the backup cornerback comes up with an interception and runs it in for a touchdown. So once again, it is no commercial break, and the Tennessee Titans will be getting the ball back after this commercial break. So yet again, let's see if the Bears defense can do a repeat of what they just did, or at least get a stop that calls the Tennessee Titans to have to punt the ball away. And let's just see if Justin Fields and this Bears offense can finally move the ball down the field and get either a touchdown or at least a field goal. So let's see exactly what Matt Nagy calls up, because of course he is the play caller for our Bears. Terrible, just terrible. So let's just see exactly how well they do. But until then, yet again, the game is a 7-7 game, Bears and Titans. And once again, the Bears defense does indeed score. Number 31, Robertson. I don't know if he's gonna make the team, but he did indeed have a highlight for the Chicago Bears. So if anyone ever want to look him up, you ever want to say, yeah, I did play for the Chicago Bears. It was preseason. Well, look, this is what happened. I got an interception for a touchdown. Got our team back on the board. So the only thing that makes the story a lot better if the Bears is to win this game. So yet again, the Bears are getting ready to kick the ball back off, and Tennessee is getting ready to get the ball again. And the kick is officially off. and they let the ball go out into the end zone. So it is a touchback. So let's see how they do. So first down and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Tennessee Titans. It is 7 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second quarter for the Tennessee Titans. Let's see what formation they are officially in. Look like a strong I formation set. Two wide receivers to the left, one tight end to the right. If I say strong I formation, that means that there is a fullback in the backfield. And now wide receiver goes back to the right, and they run the ball to the right, and the running back able to break out in the field, and he gets about a 8 to 9 yard gain, and it's second down for Tennessee, and they are at about 34-yard line. Since Khalil Mack been in the league, he has the most forced fumbles since 2015. So, yeah, people saying that Khalil Mack ain't this and that. You don't know what the hell you talking about. You definitely don't know what you're talking about. And on second down and 2, the Chicago Bears yet again get the stop on number 38, Sargent, the running back for Tennessee Titans. And it is third down and 1. They hold him to a 1 yard gain. And it is 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter. So can the Bears get that same, and can they give that same energy they gave when they got the stop and got the interception for a touchdown, or would they allow Tennessee to continue to move the stick? So it's a 3 wide receiver set, tight end in close, single backfield. The ball is snapped, and Tennessee gets the first down. So they continue to move the ball up the field, and once again, they are at the 35-yard line of their side of the field. And they control the line very well. They control them well enough just to get the running back up the field and get that 1 yard gain that they needed to get that first down. And it is first down Tennessee with 15 seconds left on the play clock and 5 minutes and 34 seconds left in this first half. It is a 3 wide receiver set to the left, wide receiver shifts to the right, single backfield, tight end and close to the left. And it is a play action pass. The quarterback gets the pass off. And yet again, the man that you see chasing the wide receiver getting burnt on the play is Duke fucking Shelley. Duke Shelley, people. That's our starting nickelback that's still supposed to be starting nickelback, still not performing at his best. And we've been looking to see if he's going to play a lot better, but as of right now, he's not looking good out there. He's not looking good out there whatsoever. And it's now 4 wide receiver set, tight end tight to the left, single backfield. Wide receiver shifts to the right a little bit, and they run the ball up the field, and Sargent gets the ball and gets about a good 3 to 4 yard gain. Just like that. Okay. Second down and 7. 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter. About 15 seconds left on the play clock. The game is still tied 7-7 for our Chicago Bears. Tennessee Titans is on the 50-yard line. 3 wide receivers set, tight end close to the right. And it is a quick draw play for number 25, who is able to get up the field. They get a big hit on him, but still acting like it's hard to wrap up a goddamn player. It took for them to gain tackle him to get him down, and it is third down coming up with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter. So let's see how they do. Third down and 3 for our Chicago Bears. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Third down and 3. Ball is snapped. Pass play, and they send the extra man. and the Tennessee wide receiver was able to break free, and I see a flag fly out there on the field. And number 82, Brown, makes the catch to go up the field. But let's see who the penalty will be on. Will it be on the Bears defense, or will it be on the Tennessee Titans offense? It is 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in the second quarter. And it was pass interference on the Tennessee Titans, number 89, about a 10-yard penalty, and it's still third down. And of course, they is in Tennessee, so third down and 13 for those Tennessee Titans. Let's see what play they have in the playbook right now to get them the first down. And it's 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter. 10 seconds left on the play clock. 3 wide receivers set, 2 to the right, tight end tight to the left, single backfield. And they send pressure, and it was a screen. Wow. Shit. Couldn't even. Felt like I got some goddamn hair in my throat. Some goddamn reason. But before I got the chance to say anything, did a screen pass, terrific screen pass, and yet again, players was out there able to get out there to get that tackle. Didn't want to make that tackle. The man broke up the field, broke for a long gain, got inside the 20, got inside the 10, almost down to the 5-yard line. He probably at the 7, about a 30-some-yard gain, 40-yard gain. And his first down and at the goal line for Tennessee Titans. And they get a quick stop just like that from Sargent, and it is about a 2-yard gain for the Tennessee Titans. And it is now 2 minutes left in the game, and they are getting a 2-minute warning after getting a successful screen pass play on 3rd and 13 for the Tennessee Titans. And they drive all the way down the field and get the ball down to the 7-yard line of the Chicago Bears. And then they is able to run the ball up the field and get a 2-yard gain, 2 to 3-yard gain. So now, once again, the Tennessee Titans is in the red zone of the Chicago Bears within the 5-yard line. They just got finished moving the ball on the terrific screen pass call, man. Bears looking stupid because they called a blitz. They thinking that Tennessee was getting ready to have a 4 wide receiver set and have them all run up the field, but instead it was a terrific screen pass call. Yo, what's going on, Giants Nation? How you feeling, fam? I just seen you in Butterstream. I bet Butters ain't talking shit about football, but he got Chicago Bears versus Tennessee Titans play-by-play, but he ain't doing not one play-by-play. He talking about probably Nate retired ass or some shit like that. Supposed to be talking Bears, man. If you're gonna put Bears shit up there, talk fucking Bears. That's all I got to say about that. But as of right now, the Chicago Bears defenses, they look good for a while, but then they don't look good. But once again, this is a preseason game. This is 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th string players. So hopefully they can get it back. Just got back from work. How did Justin Fields do? As of right now, Justin Fields is like 5 of 6 for like 35 yards. Every time they get a goddamn first down, it's like the play calling switches up drastically, and then they just try to do a simple run, pass type of scenario. Some shit that if you've been watching my videos, I've been saying that for the longest. That's what the hell Matt Nagy does. He's been doing that since 2019. It's now 2021. So the past 3 seasons of Chicago Bears football, Matt Nagy continues to call the same 20 plays? Since it's preseason, it's probably less than 8, probably calling the same 12 plays. And when you get the regular season, call the same 35 goddamn plays every goddamn game in the same goddamn order. Like ain't nobody gonna figure that shit out, but it is what it is. But as of right now, yeah, Tennessee Titans is moving the ball up the field on our Chicago Bears. As of right now, it is on commercial break. Just remember to hit that like button. Subscribe, and if you're already a subscriber, like and share this content and continue to keep the channel growing as well. Once again, Giants Nation, I already gave you a shout out earlier. Even CEO Top Dog Fat Ass gave him a shout out. Mac Ultra, Butter Stream as well. Make sure to also tune in to watch Biological Butter Stream. Once again, that's where all the guys hang out. You know, that's where you'll catch me, Giants Nation, CEO Top Dog. You might see guest appearance from CG Ruthless Sports. Also check him out. Subscribe to his channel as well. You might every blue moon see guest appearances like you had this guy. I don't know him like that, but a lot of people know him. There's a lot of people know him in the football community, on the YouTube community. That's Fist Vegas. He made an appearance in past the analyst. He also made a guest appearance as well. You also check out Mr. YTC. Check out his channel as well. He do also do live streams as well. They all Giants fans and Baltimore fans and all of that, but they are pretty cool people until the football season starts. We start talking shit to each other, saying "fuck you, fuck this, fuck that." So it is what it is. But make sure you check out everybody's channels. I wish I had the links to everybody so I can send it to everybody, but it is what it is. I know you said Ryan Pace is good, but do you want Matt Nagy as head coach or no? Hell no. No, I don't. Matter of fact, I put it like this. Matt Nagy is a decent head coach. He's a decent head coach, but he is a shitty fucking play caller. And because he don't want to give up play caller, that's what makes things so bad for the Chicago Bears. Even though right now, thank God, a Bear player was able to break up the pass and stop Tennessee from scoring another touchdown in the red zone in this preseason game. So it was fourth down to goal, 1 minute 50 seconds left in the second quarter. But Matt Nagy, he a decent head coach. He at times, you know, but if you gave me a choice of having him or bringing back Lovie Smith, please give me Lovie Smith because the guys was well prepared. It didn't matter if the offense didn't perform, it was because they didn't have the talent. You know, because even with them not having the talent, because the guys did their job and they went with the game plan, a lot of those guys still was able to score. The Bears offense was still able to put up about 24, 25 points per game with having terrible wide receivers and only having a running game. Now the Bears got a good passing game in terms of having the receivers, but the running game might not be shit because the offensive line is terrible. And a tribute to that is Ryan Pace, but also it really does come down to coaching. Comes down to coaching and being able to prepare your players correctly, and that's something that Matt Nagy has not been able to do 100% of the time since 2019. 2019 it was half the time. 2018 it was all the time. 2020 was probably a third of the time, and it seems like it's going to get worse for our Chicago Bears. Hopefully, you know, talent does prevail over the suspect as coaching, but talent can only get you so far. Because of the Bears was talented last year, talent got them 8 games. Okay? Because coaching execution was ass all the way until Bill Lazor came in and took over. But in terms of just pure talent, Bears had one of the most talented teams in the NFL last year, overall, period. And the Bears team last year could have won 10 games, 10 to 11 games, if it wasn't for the coach being a piece of the shit of a play caller. Number one, number two, switching Mitchell Trubisky for Nick Foles last year. Mitchell switching a mobile quarterback with a statue ass quarterback. You know, that lets me know that Matt Nagy don't know the game of football like he's supposed to, because in today's NFL, you need a mobile quarterback. Either you need a mobile quarterback or you're going to need a stout-ass offensive line. When you don't have a stout-ass offensive line, you need a mobile quarterback. And with Mitchell Trubisky being that mobile quarterback in the backfield last year, that's what opened up the holes for David Montgomery. If you check out the stats from the time he was in there, week 1 through 3, the running game was decent. Then look at the 7-game stretch and Nick Foles in there, how bad the running game was. And then look at the rest of the stats when Mitchell Trubisky was back in it. The offense was ran a lot better. Can't nobody run Matt Nagy offense other than Mitchell Trubisky, who actually was the best quarterback. Now, of course, he's not here no more. He's with the Bills, and now it's Justin Fields and Andy Dalton time. But we just got to see exactly how these guys perform. But it was first down after Riley really was able to catch the ball on a short pass and catch it, and they was able to move the ball back up the field because Justin Fields is back on there. But now Justin Fields delivers the ball to Khalil Herbert, uh, one of also the picks from this year's draft, and he just could not catch the ball up the middle and a simple drop. So now it's second down and 10. 1 minute, 18 seconds left in the game, and the Bears at 32-yard line. Fields is looking for somebody to throw the ball to. He couldn't do it, and he runs up the field and get a few yards and runs out of bounds. And now it is third down for the Chicago Bears, and it is 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the second quarter. And the play clock continues to run. It's about 25 seconds left on the play clock. So third down and 4 for the Chicago Bears. Tennessee is up, which I missed that score. They is up 10-0. So let me change the score right now, people. So now it is 10-0. Chicago Bears get the ball back, and they move the ball up the field. Justin Fields gets the ball out, and Jesper Horsted couldn't catch the ball, but it is a flag out there on the play. I knew it had to be a flag because he just basically just tackled the goddamn Bears tight end. So the ball will, of course, be moving up the field unless it is against the Bears. So pass interference, defense. Okay, good. Of course, automatic first down for the Chicago Bears. So whoever's still watching the stream, comment, let me know that you still who it is. Okay, if Nagy gets fired, who you got an eye as the new head coach? Oh man, it's a large variety, man. It's a very, very large variety of guys that you can bring in to be the head coach. But like I said, I want a guy that has decent knowledge as an offensive guy, will always try to do. Oh wow, please call a fucking flag, dude. Throw the flag. Yes, thank you. Slamming that man on his fucking head like that, bitch ass nigga. But anyways, it's a large variety of coaches, and it can be a lot of guys, but as long as the guy won't, as long as he's similar, I would take, like I said before, I'd take Lovie Smith, period. If I can get Lovie Smith again, or at least someone with his similar attributes that can get the defense always ready, defense always in the top 10 almost every year, and the offense is at least, because with Lovie Smith, I think the offense was at its best like number 15, number 16 in the league. That's competent, especially when you got a great defense like the Chicago Bears have had in the history of time. You're going to love that. But 5 wide receiver sets, empty backfield. Now running back runs back to the backfield, so it's 4 wide receiver sets. 1 tight end on the field. Pressure is going to Justin Fields. He able to zank it up the field, throws the ball in, and touchdown Bears to Jesper Horsted at the corner of the end zone. Oh shit. That was a tight touchdown in a tight window in the right corner of the end zone. I'm talking about real tight. Cornerback was on his ass, and somehow he was able to fit that ball and get away from the rush. Very difficult back shoulder throw. And he got it in between 2 Tennessee defenders. I don't even know how he got that in. I don't know how Jesper Horsted caught it, but of course it is touchdown Chicago Bears. God damn, that was decent. So if they make this extra point, then I'll put the new score up. And the score is up. They make the extra point. And just like that, the Chicago Bears is up 14-10 against the Tennessee Titans. And Justin Fields throws that touchdown. So you want to know how good Justin Fields is doing? That right there. He just threw a goddamn touchdown at the right corner of the end zone. Pass rush was ready to get to him. He was able to escape the pass rush and throw an excellent back shoulder throw. That type of throw he threw was type of throw that a very small portion of quarterbacks in the NFL, even like I'm talking about starters, have a hard time doing that, making that type of throw that Justin Fields just made right there. That was an excellent throw. But shit, Giant has Fields plays with the ones yet. No, other than the offensive line, that's it. That's it. There's only starters that he's played with that I've seen. Just the offensive line. And at first, the offensive line wasn't even looking that damn good. To me, the offensive line, the full offensive line, other than of course Jason Peters, who just came in, they all should have been playing all the way up to the half every goddamn time. That's what it should be. That's how I feel about it. But now they're going on to a commercial break, and it is 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Once again, Justin Fields throws a touchdown to Jesper Horsted for the Chicago Bears. A back shoulder throw in between two defenders. And on that drive, he was 3 of 4 for 32 yards and a touchdown. And so far, he is 7 of 10. I didn't get a chance to catch the yards, but he does have a passing touchdown. And Tennessee runs the football, and the Bears stop him after a simple yard and a half gain, and now it's second down and 36 seconds left in the play clock, and the game is still going. And the play clock continues to run. So, Giants Nation, do you want to be a part of it? Do you want to be a part of this, or you just gonna sit back on the sidelines? Let me know. You want to be a part of the stream or what? We can even talk about halftime, whatever. Let me know. You know what you want to be on. But it's second down to 9, and the clock continues to run. And of course, it looked like Tennessee is just going to allow the clock to run completely out. Yep. So now it's halftime, and yet again, going into halftime, the Chicago Bears is up 14-10. The Bears scored on 2 separate plays, one offense and one defense. One from number 31 picking the ball off Robertson and running it in for a touchdown. And of course, Justin Fields throwing a passing touchdown to Jesper Horsted at the on the right side of the end zone, almost the corner of the end zone, fitting in between 2 Tennessee Titan defenders on the back shoulder throw. And right now, we're getting ready to move on officially to the halftime show. So getting ready to start that up right now.
You can holler gang, gang, all of you want and go get your team. I will go to the extremes, eliminate you by any means.
Once again, of course, welcome back to the halftime show. I'm your host, John Pitney, and we are talking about the Chicago Bears taking on the Tennessee Titans. And the Chicago Bears is right now winning 14-10 after Justin Fields, of course, scores the touchdown at the end of the game at the end of the half, that the last score of the game, and the Tennessee Titans just run the football and run the clock officially out. And yes, it looks okay for the Bears. Some of the guys in the future for the Bears looks good for them. It looks good. You know, it got off to an ugly ass start at first. Real ugly start. I did not like what I was seeing. Justin Fields not having time to be able to throw the ball. The starting offensive line looking sloppy with giving up false start penalties. Mainly Jermaine Ifedi giving up a sack, false start penalty, not looking good, looking sloppy out there. Defense is bending and breaking in the beginning. You know, they stopped them on third down, but they couldn't stop Tennessee Titans on fourth down at the goal line. So things were just looking bad. But as the game continued to go on, the Bears able to hold Tennessee to a field goal and then get the ball back. And Justin Fields was able to drive the team down the field and score that touchdown. But as of right now, you know, the evaluation right now, I give the team a B minus right now, a B minus at best. You know, I'm not going to say they were just completely ass, but they weren't completely good. And of course, this game is to fully see how well backups play. You know, getting spots for guys that's fully capable of being out there with the starters, but as a backup because of the starters is already getting paid and they are more established. But also guys that can perform well on special teams, because that's exactly what the Bears need. They need to have somebody perform well on special teams. It's only how it's going to get right. You know, because if special teams is suspect, that means guess what? Your team gonna be in trouble. If your defense is sus, you know you can get through that because Seattle a prime example. Defense bad almost the whole game, but they always able to make a key play here and there that keeps them in the game at the end. You know, but overall it's just all the way bad, all the way thick and through. That's it. Like you can do that, but well, your offense has to be able to put up a lot of points. Your defense have to be able to make good enough stops that the team don't be down every goddamn game. You know, they have to be willing to go out there and play, just be bad, but just can't be bad all the way through and then expect everything to be right. So hopefully, like I said before, I keep reiterating it. Hopefully, the Bears special teams can be right because if special teams not good, they automatically put hella pressure on your defense, which translates to putting pressure on your offense because that means defense is out there and they giving up touchdowns, which means if your offense gets stopped or whatever, that means the team go right back down and double tap your team and then be up 14-0 just like that on your squad because your special team can't stop nobody on a punt return or kickoff return. But they have improved drastically in this preseason game. They look a lot better. They got rid of a lot of the guys that really wasn't doing much for the Bears, and they kept all the guys that actually going to contribute. So, but they still do have a lot more cuts to make. But as of right now, you just don't know who all they're going to cut. But of course, we do know that Javon Williams was one of the guys that was cut. Of course, we know exactly how that happened. Him not doing exactly what he's supposed to do in practice, in game, and of course, he wasn't able to do as much he's supposed to do last year. Of course, fighting people in a very close game that cost the Bears a win against the Saints, which of course we will end up playing them later. And of course, dropping that perfect pass from Mitchell Trubisky in that playoff game. So that's the reason why Javon Williams is gone, along with Anthony Miller. So both culprits is gone. So they clean the house in terms of inadequacy, but they have to clean house with the most inadequate piece that the Bears have, and that is the head coach. That is what Matt Nagy. He has to be gone. You can't stick around. Matt Nagy cannot stick around. You know, he's just ass. Yeah, they showing highlights right now of how he coached. I'm pretty sure at times he can attempt to put guys in the best position, but it's like his play calling is so ass. On top of that, it's like the guys never look 100% prepared. They don't look prepared majority of the time. Even at times in this game, the Bears didn't look that prepared. They didn't. Now, of course, talent prevailed, and that's the reason why the Bears is up 14-10. I don't give a shit if it is preseason game. I don't give a shit. This is the time to evaluate your players. It's just like some people be like, oh, amateur. Like if I just compare it to boxing, amateur boxing. Your amateur boxing record won't count against you being as a pro. But the whole reason for boxing amateur is for you to see if you are capable of being a pro boxer, seeing what type of boxer you're going to be, defensive, offensive, all the above, developing your style, working on your craft, and becoming the best you can be. It's the same thing with football, and that's what coaches is there for. It's the same thing with boxing. They are there to be in your ear, to break you down to the point that all you hear is them. And when they telling you some shit, it's going to be the truth and it's bullshit. Seems like what Matt Nagy is telling majority of the time is bullshit. You can see it. You saw it last year. So last year when the players just start giving up and they start saying fuck this shit all the way to Trubisky came back in. You saw it in 2019 to a point when they were saying fuck it, but then they came back and you see them getting ready to play and play hard down the stretch. And both times, finishing 8-8 just one time, going to the playoffs and getting, of course, smacked up by the Saints, who eventually lost their game against the Green Bay Packers. But the Bears lost that game 21-9. But it is what it is. Hopefully, I'm just hoping that the Bears just don't be asked this year. I'm hoping that they don't turn around and give me a 5-12 year, which I don't think that's going to happen. This team is far more talented than the teams that was 5-11 back in the day, 3-13. They were far more talented than those teams. But like I said before, talent can only get you so far. When it comes down to it, comes down to coaching, player execution, coaching execution, calling the right plays at the right time, players being in the right position at the right time. That's what it comes down to. So if the Bears cannot do those simple things at all three phases of the game, it's going to be a dark season for our Chicago Bears. But on the flip side, if the Bears come to play and they do everything possible to keep themselves in order and do it right, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect for our Bears team. They can end up having 11 wins at the most. 9 wins minimum, 9-8. So that's the best case scenario. Bears 9-8, 11-6, somewhere in between there. Worst case scenario, 7-10, 5-12. That'd be all bad if that was to happen. I'm just looking at he switched his name up again to Sub-Zero Butters. So I'm just checking out Sub-Zero Butters straight and seeing exactly what is going on. It don't look like too much is going on. He's too busy arguing back and forth with this weak ass Packers fan called Mini 14 Stain. I wouldn't even waste my time with him. But it is what it is. Oh, okay. I can't get rid of him because for some reason Butters decided to make him a moderator. You make a Packers fan a moderator. This just weird. Just weird. But got him as a moderator, so I can't just go ahead and knock him off real quick and go like, get your ass out of here. But it is what it is. Well, but just waiting on the commercial to come back so that the Chicago Bears can indeed play. And to see how well they're going to be able to tune in and keep it going. Of course, there are a whole bunch of other YouTubers also streaming the game more popular, but you can't have it all, people. You just can't have it all. All you can do is just tune in and enjoy the commentary. Enjoy every bit of the commentary that comes with it. So it is what it is. I wonder why. Oh, okay. I bet it was someone disliked the stream. I'm pretty sure that was what's his name, Seto Kuiper bank account. He the only one who would go in and do some mess like that. So yeah, go fuck yourself, CEO. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself big time, you fat bastard. How are you? I'm good, Jake. Man, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling as usual. Late because I was watching the game and playing Madden 22. Hey man, I was playing Madden 20. I'm not bad. I'm not gonna buy Madden 22. Say that shit like $20 damn. I'm not spending no $70 on the game that's broke. Shit, that's all I've been hearing. That the game broke. It's the beta version, so ain't nobody gonna be playing it. But shit, Jake, since you ain't here, man, just make sure to. He said, "Yeah, don't." Damn. See, I knew it. I knew it. Worse than Madden 21 and worse. It's the same. Damn. See, I'm good. Might as well play Madden 20, man. Might as well should have just kept that game and played online into the service failed and then hop on the other ones. Because that's the only reason why I hop on. That's the only reason why I get mad to play people online and smoke people ass online. That's it. That's the only reason why I be playing it. I won't be wasting my time trying to play no ultimate team and all that dumb shit, spending $200 and still get your ass smoked by somebody that got a 60 overall team. No, I'm good. One of these days I'll play with you. We gonna see. We're gonna see. I've been trying to get you down on the game, but you act like you ain't want to play because your ass, you ain't. I was gonna smoke your ass too in there. You ain't want to play me. But it's all good though. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. But the game is back from halftime now, and Tennessee officially kicks the ball off, and Khalil Herbert gets the ball at the 6 yard line. He's running the ball up the field, and he make a few people miss, and he gets up to I don't know exactly where he exited too damn close with the camera angle, but he was able to break tackles and still rumble up the goddamn field. All right, I'll be back, my man. All right, bro. Do your thing, man. Be smooth. But now Justin Fields is officially taken out of the game, and now it is the Nick Foles show. So let's see how Nick Foles, slow moving ass, be able to move around. And the Bears is out on the field, 3 wide receiver set, single backfield, tight end close. Ball is snap. Nick Foles, quick pass to number 19, and Isaiah Fulter, who catches the ball, and for some reason run his ass up into the lineman. So I guess these are the guys. If they was in Madden, their awareness rating to be like 55 and shit. You know, speed 97, catching 85, for speed 50 and shit. Because I don't know why he ran into the goddamn defender, got his legs taken out from him when he could have just cut right up the field, got an easy first down. But it is what it is. Okay, 4 wide receivers set, and they give the ball to the running back who's looking for an opening, and just like that, he gets his ass smashed, and it is 3rd down and 2 with 14 minutes left in the third quarter, 35 seconds left on the play clock, and Justin Fields looks home after being 7 of 10 for 54 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 carries for 13 yards in the first half of this preseason game. So his performance so far, I graded as a B plus. Matter of fact, B minus. I'm not gonna rate it up that high. But 4 wide receivers set, single backfield, running back to the left, Nick Foles, and snap the ball 3rd down and 2. He fits the ball into a tight window to number 19 for the Bears, and Coulter catches the ball in 1st down Chicago. This is one of the main guys that kept release and bring him back, release and bring him back, release and bring him back. So he must have some type of excellent ability for the Bears to keep bringing him back after releasing him. Coulter, number 19, Isaiah Coulter, out of Rhode Island. So he is 2nd-year pro, 6'3", 190. So he got to have some skill. He got to, because once a team usually release you, they don't bring your ass back. But the Bears get the ball to Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert breaks the first tackle, still able to drive the defender up the field and gets a 1-yard gain. It is 2nd down and 9 with 12 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Once again, the Bears is up 14-10 over the Tennessee Titans. So you ain't got to ask the score. The score is right there, right behind me, so you can't see that. What up, KO? What up, nigga? What's going down? What's going down? As you see, the score, Bears up 14-10 right now. Justin Fields threw a touchdown at the end of the half. So Bears is moving the ball up the field right now, 2nd down and 9. Nick Foles get the ball to, I don't know who the hell that is. Who is this dude? 86 Johnson for the Bears. He catches the ball on the swing pass, runs the ball a little bit up the field, and then right after that goes out of bounds. And now they're showing a quick summary of Tariq Cohen. Hopefully, Tariq Cohen can come back this season and be 100. And I've been hearing reports from people that's not within the Bears organization, but within the Chicago Bears media, talking about that the Bears made a terrible move at re-signing him. I even heard some YouTubers saying that it was a terrible move at re-signing Tariq Cohen because scatback guys like him can be replaced easily. And I'm like, if it was that easy to replace guys like that, everybody, everybody will be fucking will have a guy like that, and will be 100% successful with it. You can't find guys like Tariq Cohen and Tyreek Hill like that. Tyreek Hill a few years ago just would have been a gadget guy. That's what Tariq Cohen is, gadget guys. It's hard to find guys with that pure speed, that athleticism, and able to do and able to just change the game like that. It's hard to find guys like that, like Devin Hester and all that. But Nick Foles get the ball to Khalil Herbert, and Khalil Herbert able to move the ball continuously up the field and get another first down for the Chicago Bears. And it's 11 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third quarter. See, I know your marshmallow ass and calling my boy Dusty. Yeah, I already know, man. That's his chubby ass just talking crazy. He getting upset because he a fat boy. Don't nobody care what no fat people be saying, man. You know, you fat, get in shape, lose some weight. Maybe they ain't come holler at me. But yeah, Bears moving the ball down the field. We just Daz Newsome make a good play. And once again, another first down for the Chicago Bears. Daz Newsome coming back from injury, and he catches the ball, and he got some serious speed, able to get to that second level quick. And it was a fake play, able to make the excellent juke, and he got excellent straight line speed. His helmet got knocked off, but that was because he got hit from behind. But he got straight line speed. He's definitely able to make some plays. For his career, he had 2,435 receiving yards and 20 total touchdowns. But the Bears is now within the 10-yard line in the red zone, and they get the ball to Khalil Herbert, who gets stopped after a 1-yard gain, 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Second down and goal, and 35 seconds left in the play clock. Yet again, once again, the Chicago Bears is up 14-10 on the Tennessee Titans. So yeah, it is what it is. Bears moving the ball. Bears offense looking a little bit better. This let me know that the Tennessee backups is not that good. For the Bears backups to be looking this good against them, let me know how bad the Tennessee backups is. And that when they starters go down, they're gonna have a hard time this season. Oh, fit that ball in, and Jessica Horst there, and another touchdown for the Bears. Let's see if it's a penalty against the Bears or what. Holding, number 56. So that touchdown will stand, and the Chicago Bears get a touchdown from Nick Foles, and now they are up 20-10. Let's see if they will stay up and will go up one more and be up 21-10. But that was an easy pick and catch between Nick Foles and Jesper Horsted. That was one of the easier passes right there and now. So yet again, the Bears getting ready to kick the extra point. And the kick is up. And that kick is good by Johnson, the rookie kicker. And that was an excellent drive by Nick Foles and the Bears. And now they go up 21-10 on the Chicago Bears. All right. So right now it is on commercial. Of course, everyone has talked about Nick Foles like a dog. I'm one of them. But it's preseason. He looked good in preseason. He don't look good consistently in the regular season. 2-5 record is a 2-5 record with you in the hand. It's not all on the quarterback. I'm not one of those people that's gonna say it's all on the quarterback. But It's the reason why Nick Foles is now the third string man on the team. It's the reason why even coming into last year he was the second string, not first, because he's not that good. He just had lightning in the bottle a few seasons, and he ended up with a Super Bowl ring, and his Super Bowl ring matters more than most because he smoked Tom Brady ass, outperformed team outperformed. So, but anyways, Nick Foles did look good on that last drive, able to make a nice amount of key throws out there. And the Bears once again go up 21-10 after Nick Foles throwing a tight spiral touchdown pass in the middle of the field to the tight end, Jesper Horsted. So just keep in mind, if you don't know, now you know this is preseason. So most of the starters, if not no starters, is in there right now. A lot of the starters played the first half, mainly the offensive line for the Chicago Bears. But I'm pretty sure they took them out by now and have backups in there. And we're just going to see how everyone continues to play. And now they are officially back from commercial. Officially back from commercial. Let's see how it goes. Let's go Bears. Give us something to watch. Give us something to watch. Okay, Butter's still in there with YTC. I'm surprised I haven't seen CEO Top Dog Bears. And yet again, special teams look a lot better. They might save Riley Ridley ass. They might save him right there. They might just save him being able to perform on special teams. That is what I'm talking about. Being able to perform on special teams. That's something that might just save his job right there. That might just save him. Because when you're able to perform on special teams, you are a valuable asset. You could end up being an expendable asset altogether because special team guys go in and out. But if you are a very good special teamer, either the same team will keep resigning you, no matter how ass you are on the field when the starter go down. But if you can play special teams, you will always have a job in the NFL. And then the other thing you have to improve on is your own individual play when you are called in to come in when the starter get hurt. That's one thing that you have to do. But that could be something that can save your job right there. That can keep you on the team, constantly being able to play special teams with them. Well, you can see which guys is going to be not going to be on that squad after that because it was 2nd down and 7 for Tennessee, and the Bears get blowed up throughout the middle and give up like a 13-yard gain. And 1st down for Tennessee with 7 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's 20 seconds left on the play clock for the Tennessee Titans. So let's see how it is. Now it is a single backfield and play fake and throw the ball down the field. And they got Barkley back in there. The former Chicago Bear, Matt Barkley, is back in the game. They took him out and he's pitched the ball down the field. And the ball keeps going. And I don't know exactly what part of the field they're on, but I believe they are in Bears territory after that completed pass. Thomas Graham Jr., the Bears draft pick, got his ass smoked on that play, so let's see if he will play that a lot better. And there's 7 minutes, 15 seconds left. 4 wide receivers set. Single back in the backfield. And the ball is snapped. Ball is ran to the running back, who had a huge hole. They got about a 6-yard gain on the play. 6-7 yard gain. So it's about 2nd down and 3. Yep, 2nd down and 3. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. Once again, the Bears is running 21-10. So let's see how this next play go down for our Bears. Four wide receiver set again. Same formation again. Single backfield. And they run the ball to him again, and he breaks up the field and run guys over and gets up another few yards extra. He got about a good 10 to 15 yards up the field. And yet again, you guessed it, yes, another first down for the Tennessee Titans. The Bears see the formation they is in and still not able to make the right corrections to put the team in the right position to do something. And yet again, the Titans go out in a four wide receiver set in the backfield. They keep running the same draw play. And the draw play to the other side. And yet again, Tennessee breaks free and gets a 9-yard gain. Well, 8-yard gain. So now it would be second down and 2 for Tennessee Titans. And now they are in the Bears red zone. They smoking that Bears pack real good right now. Ain't nobody choking or nothing. They just whooping them. Too bad Matt Barkley wasn't that good with the Bears. He could have been decent. Former UFC quarterback. People that didn't know. Second down and 2. They run the ball to number 23, and he gets the first down. He gets the first down. And there's 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Once again, the Chicago Bears is up 21-10. First down and goal for the Tennessee Titans. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. 3 wide receivers set, tight end close. Wide receivers shifting to the left, getting tighter, like a run play coming. Yep, run play. And they drive up the field, but the Bears are able to gain tackle him and stop him after a gain of 2 or 3 yards. And now players pushing and trying to argue and fight. Dude, just play football, get your ass back out there, man. Do what the hell you're supposed to do. Do your job. Clock continues to run in the third quarter. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. Second and goal. 3 wide receivers set. 1 tight end close, single backfield. And yet again, run the ball again. And gets about a 2-yard gain. Third down and 1 for the Tennessee Titans. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third quarter. And they continue to drive the ball down the field. So let's see what they do. Third down and goal. 4 wide receiver sets in the backfield. They drive the ball up the field, and Tennessee scores the touchdown, which I knew that was going to happen. They've been running the same play the whole drive. And the Bears defense couldn't stop it. It was like watching Madden be played with them running the same goddamn play, and the Bears defense couldn't do shit to stop them. They knew what was happening, but couldn't do shit. Sad. So Tennessee scores, and now it's 21-16. If Tennessee makes the extra point, then it will be 21-17 Chicago Bears. And the kick is up, and the kick is indeed good. Nick Foles did look very good in the last drive. Let's see how well he's going to do in this drive that is coming up for our Bears. And the Bears officially leads this game 21-17. So there you go. There's the full score. And the game continues to go. So while they are taking a break, I'm going to take a quick break myself, and I'll be right back. All right, all right, all right. So for the people that was watching, no, I did not go use the bathroom because if I did, of course, it would have took me long because I had to wash my hands. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So yes, do it, do it. So you want to know why I ain't showed it? Because I did. It is what it is. But once again, the Bears is leading 21-17 against the Tennessee Titans. Everyone is moving back and forth, and let's just see how everybody's going. Checking out everybody as well. Yeah, let's see. He is now back from commercial. Okay, people, once again, just make sure to tune in, like, and subscribe. I'm at the 2 hour mark, so make sure to continue to like and subscribe to this channel. Like and share as well. And just continue to spread this channel out, man. Keep watching, keep spreading it out. I also will be doing pre-game videos and also post-game videos for the Chicago Bears. So within the next day or so, I will be doing the Bears' first official pre-game video when they do take on the Los Angeles Rams. So let's just see how this game turned out. Let's see about injuries and everything else. Things, of course, will change from next Sunday to the following couple Sundays from now to a few weeks after that when the Bears take on the Los Angeles Rams. I believe it's Sunday night football. So yeah, Sunday night football. So it is a prime time game. They will not return back to Chicago. They don't care how hot it is out there. After that whooping that LA face in 2018, they just will not send them back there. Period. But the ball is ran. Artie Burns runs the ball up the field and gets a 3 yard gain on first down. It was a I formation for the Chicago Bears. Second down. Oh damn. Okay, I thought it was a goddamn 5 yard gain. It was a 3 yard gain. I need to get my goddamn eyes checked for missing that. But Nick Foles on the last drive was 7 of 7 for 67 yards, one touchdown tonight, and number 46 for the Bears gets a first down run of three, and second down they are in a three wide receiver set, tight end to the right, single backfield, ball is ran. Quarterback is protected, and number 86 Johnson breaks a tackle, but they say he was down by contact. I thought he was able to run and get a few more yards, but he didn't. And it is now third down for the Chicago Bears, and it is 2 minutes left in the third quarter. It is third down and three. So the clock's still running, a minute and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Once again, the Bears is up 21-17. Third down and three. And they in a four wide receiver set, single backfield ball is snapped to Nick Foles. Look for the open man. He able to fit it in, and the receiver couldn't hold on to the ball. And the receiver intended target was Bass Newsom, who could not make the catch. And he fitted right in there to him. He just could not hold on to that catch. That was a very, very, very catchable ball. And he couldn't make the play. Couldn't make the play. It's bad, real bad. Got to make that play. So now it is fourth down and three, a minute and 30 seconds left in the game. And Pat O'Donnell is set to punt. Yet again, the Bears is leading this game 21-17 on the Tennessee Titans. And the punt is off. And it goes out at the corner of the about the 25 to 27 yard line of the Tennessee Titans side of the football field. So a minute and 22 seconds left in the third quarter. And we're just going to see how things play out continuously throughout this game. So once again, they are on break, and so am I. I have to take a break. But people, tell me, what do you think about the Bears' performance so far in this preseason? How do you think their record will be turning out? And will the Bears have a winning record this season? That's the things that we are looking for. Looking forward to seeing. Will the Bears have a winning record this season? Will Justin Fields play this season? And how long will he play? And how will the offensive line hold up? How well his defense will be able to play with the new key additions and missing pieces that they had from last year? Let's just see how things go. And of course, the Bears is still leading the game 21-17 over the Tennessee Titans. So just going, keep going, Chicago. I hope it's a lot more games that I see like this when it translates to the regular season. Okay, and now yet again we are back, and so far it is still officially in commercial mode. But of course, we do know the game will be back on. Once again, the Bears is leading the Tennessee Titans 21-17 in the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter very soon, a minute and 22 seconds left in that third quarter. And now they're officially back from commercial. So let's just see how this be once they officially come back. Come on, people. I'm not gonna talk about these damn people. Shit. Okay, Aaron. Looked like that was a stop for the Bears. Okay, and now it is first down. Or is it second down? The clock is still running. What's going on? Okay, second down and one. So why is oh okay, they got the first down. So first down, third quarter, 45 seconds left. Empty. Four wide receivers set. Single backfield. Clock still running. And they run the ball again, the same formation. And yes, and yet again, they get a stop, and that is a face mask. So that would be an additional 15 yards on top of the 6-7 yard gain. So Josh Woods, no, that was Josh Woods. That was Christian Jones who came with the face mask and damn that broke the man neck doing that. But he was able to break free and get a first down along with the 15-yard gain. So Tennessee Titans continues to move the ball up the field, and they are now officially on the Bears side of the 50-yard line with 20 seconds left. Time still going, and Tennessee does have all three timeouts. So if they can get within field goal range, they will kick the field goal and be down only by one going into the fourth quarter. And Bears send pressure and the ball up the field, and he makes the catch, number 42, Forrestall for the Tennessee Titans, and DeAndre Houston Carson makes the tackle. So now the third quarter is officially ending, and yeah, the Bears is still up 21-17, but we don't know how long that will be. All right. So yet again, once again, continue to watch the Bears live stream continue to tune in, like and subscribe to this channel. Just tune in to everything, man, and watch the game. Watch the game live with me as we discuss Chicago Bears football and talk about what's going on in this preseason game. Yet again, remember, I will be doing pre-game, halftime show, and also post-game videos. I will be live streaming all halftime shows with the Chicago Bears. We'll also be doing pre-game and post-game videos. Kingfish 67, what's going down, man? Bear down. That's what I'm talking about. Bear the fuck down. That's what the hell we doing. But Kingfish 67, just make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and just keep the channel going, keep the channel growing strong. Try to get this going with the Chicago Bears and just keep things going smooth. Also, I will be doing pre-game, halftime videos, and also post-game videos this season. I also do the main event podcast with Kale Sports Talk that's also in the comment section as well. And we'll be doing that. Try to do that every Friday, if not twice a week going into the season. So we're just going to see how that's going to be. But tune in and just watch Bears football all the time, and I will keep you updated with as much news as I can as soon as I get it. So probably, if not tonight, probably tomorrow. They are looking good. Yeah, they looking a lot better. They looking way better than they did last week. Looking a lot more competent, a lot more polished. You know, we can go on two different aspects of this conversation. Number one, that just means that Tennessee backups is really just that fucking bad, and that if they starters go down, Tennessee will be in a hell of a lot of trouble because they backups is ass. Or the Bears just had a lapse last week in terms of no matter who was the first string, second string, third string, fourth string, and they just was out coached, out muscled, and everything, and they was able to correct that this week. You know, because some of the guys that they got the second and third string guys like Christian Jones, guys like that. If you've been watching Bears football as long as I have, you know that Christian Jones was originally a Chicago Bear anyway. He was number 59 before Danny Trevathan came over from the Denver Broncos after winning his Super Bowl ring. And then boom, he goes to the Lions. Danny Trevathan comes to the Bears, and the rest is history. But as of right now, it is 14 minutes and 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it is second down and 1, 15 seconds left on the play clock. Let's see what formation Tennessee is in right now. They are in a single backfield, getting ready to run the ball on second down and 1, 3 seconds left, 2, 1. And the Bears blow up the backfield, but the running back got vision. He was able to cut up the field, weave his way past for a first down, and get a 3-yard gain. And Tennessee once again get a first down, and it was 13 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter and 25 seconds left on the play clock. So, yeah. But back to some of the guys that's definitely going to make the team, like Rodney Adams. He should definitely make the team. Like, I don't know if they're going to have him on the active roster or if they're going to have him as on the practice squad because I don't know how well he's going to be able to do as a special teamer. I do not know exactly how well he's going to do as a special teamer, so hopefully he does do well at that. So if he can't perform well as a special teamer, then guess what, man? The Bears will be at a very good pivotal position to do well. So let's go. Let's see. But it was a penalty on the play. It was a holding penalty against Tennessee, or a clipping penalty. I believe it was holding against 10-yard penalty. So first down at 10, 13 minutes, 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Play clock winding down. Ball is snapped. Another screen pass. And this time they stopped them a lot more short, only get about a 3 to 5 yard gain instead of earlier in the second half when they got like a 40-yard gain. even though the Bears was able to stop them and hold them to a field goal, they just looked very scary to see them run that. But this time, the Bears stopped the screen pass for a simple 5-yard gain in the second down to 15. 12 minutes and 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter for our Chicago Bears, and the play clock continues to wind down in 15 seconds. It is a full wide receiver set, one tight end out the one running back in the backfield. And the ball is snapped. Bears send the blitz. He gets the pass out, and the pass is broken up by number 39. Two nice breakups by number 39 for the Chicago Bears. He's trying to either make the team, or if he can't make the team, he at least get great film out there. Good film of roughing. That's who the cornerback is, number 39. Now, honestly, that should have just been an easy catch for a touchdown, and that was on the receiver part. But Deontay Ruffin, who was a rookie out of Western Kentucky, he was in excellent position, and even then, he possibly could have knocked the ball out even then. But it's third down at 15, 12 minutes and 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Full wide receiver set, running back runs out of the backfield. Can the Bears get the stop and stop him short? Oh, he gets trucked. Christensen got roughed up by number 25. He got his ass blown up, but Tennessee still gets stopped on fourth down, and it is fourth down in a few inches. 14 minutes and 12 seconds left. Clock still running. So Tennessee will go for on fourth down. Once again, the Bears are still up 21-17. It's 12 minutes and counting on the clock. So it's about 1 yard left. It's three tight end tight, one wide receiver out left. And they throw a fade play, and Thomas Graham Jr. gets beat on the fade play for a touchdown. And Tennessee officially now goes up 23-21 on the Chicago Bears. I just don't know what it is about people not turning their head around. I just don't get why people cannot turn their head around. But Thomas Graham gets the life juked out of him, and of course Thomas Graham sitting there looking crazy because, of course, he's still trying to make the team as well. Just because you drafted by the team does not automatically secure you to be going through the team through preseason and training camp and everything else. Things don't always work out with him. So let's see if Thomas Graham can do something. Hopefully he can perform as a special teamer. But as of right now, let me erase this off because, of course, Tennessee scored a touchdown. A touchdown pass. And it was on the rookie Thomas Graham. Right. Thomas Graham didn't get on the receiver. Tight. If you're playing inside technique, you should be on the receiver. The only place you're going to allow him to go is to the outside. If you're going to play that, you got to shut that shit down. And the kick is up, and the extra point is good. And just like that, Tennessee, of course, scores a touchdown, and they are leading the Chicago Bears by 24-21. Let me put the official score so anyone that jumps in that don't know the score, now you know. Tennessee is beating the Bears 24-21 after, of course, the fade route by number 13 of the Tennessee Titans, and Thomas Graham Jr. not able to make the right adjustment. He had inside technique, not able to stick tight to the receiver, and possibly come up with a drive and an interception or knocking the ball down and the drive that way because, of course, Tennessee Titans was on fourth down. So it is what it is. And it continues to go on and on and on. And let's see what the Bears is going to do. when they get the ball back? Will they still be able to move the ball very well with Nick Foles, or will it be just bad? Okay, other live stream. This is still streaming the Bears game as well. Biological Butters talking about it. You know, I'm looking at some stuff. Just going through stuff on my phone, looking at stuff that's going on throughout the preseason, looking at everything else. Just looking at updates and everything that's going on, seeing if I hear anything else pertaining with the Chicago Bears, because sometimes news can get out while the game is going, and then all of a sudden, boom, breaking news, just like that. When you hear everything else, but the game is now officially back from commercial. Yet again, now the Bears is down by 3 after the Tennessee Titans score a touchdown. So Tennessee is up 24-21 over the Chicago Bears as of right now. They go ready to kick the ball off. So let's go. And the kick is now officially off. John Bay Johnson gets the ball off, and he's running, and he put on some nice speed, but it looked like he only got back up to the 25-yard line anyway. So all that work just to get back to where you would have been if you just would have took a knee. But I understand exactly what this is about. This is about trying to make the team, not trying to do everything properly. Sometimes you might get guys to jump out of pocket because you have to be doing everything you can to be on the squad. And I know way earlier I said Artie Burns, I meant Artavius Pierce. I'm just Artie Burns for some reason in the brain. Artavius Pierce breaks free, able to turn the corner, and gets about 5-yard gain, 4 to 5 yard gain. And just like that, we get second down and 11 minutes, 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And 25 seconds left on the play clock. So let's see if Nick Foles can really make some excellent plays out there late in the game. Well, yeah, it's late in the game because fourth quarter, but it's 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in this preseason game. So this could be the very last time that Nick Foles might even play this entire season. Tavius Pierce gets the ball from Nick Foles, and he gets about a 2-yard gain, and it is third down and 3 with 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Once again, Tennessee Titans is winning the game 24-21 over the Chicago Bears in this preseason game. Once again, this is truly just to evaluate who will remain on the squad and who will not be. So far, just the boys that has two touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns, one from Nick Foles, and one from Justin Fields. The ball was snapped, and that was a bad play, bad pass. Isaiah Coulter got blown up, barely able to get up, and they helped him up and make it off the field. It's fourth down and 3. That was a bad read by Nick Foles. And 10 minutes and 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Isaiah Coulter is hurt, and he is going off the field. You can tell that he is in pain. And now the Bears punting the ball. Punt is off. And this is the most important thing. You see how that punt coverage look, and they get the stop. I'm surprised it's not a flag. Wow. Thank God there ain't no flag. They ain't flagged his ass for the horse collar tackle. Number 92 Johnson for the Bears. But when they come back from commercial, then and it will be back on. So let's see how it goes. But back on break. All right, people, I'm now officially back, and of course, the commercial is still going on. So once again, I believe Tennessee got the ball, but Tennessee is once again beating the Chicago Bears 24-21 in this last preseason game. Once again, I am your host, Jonathan Pittman, host of Jonathan Pittman Sports Reactions, Jonathan Pittman Podcast, and also the main event podcast that I do with my co-host, KO Sports Talk, who I'm highlighting right here so that you can make sure you see him as well. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Also like and subscribe to my channel. And also go to a whole bunch of other people pages. Check them out as well. Giants Nation, CEO Top Dog, Biological Butters. Check everyone out. That's where everybody be at to be hanging out and talking all the mess, all the above. And also Mr. YTC as well. So check all those guys out and also subscribe to his channel, like, and also get updates on our Chicago Bears news. I will send it out as soon as possible. And if I don't send it out right away, you will at least get the chance to hear it on the main event podcast. That will be every Friday throughout this season, unless something drastically was to happen. And also stay tuned to the Journal 50 podcast that will be showing up periodically throughout the season as well. That I do in my own separate entity. But on first down and 10, the running back from the Tennessee Titans was able to bust through and get about a 6 or 7 yard gain just like that. And once again, Tennessee is moving the ball up the field. And right now, the commentators is interviewing Chicago Bears safety Deshaun Gibson Sr., who is also a former Houston Texan, but played last year for the Bears. He had a few great open field tackles. He had two early interceptions in the season, but other than that, he really wasn't the best type of guy out there. He was a lot more serviceable than a few other guys that we had since Adrian Amos been gone. But you know, I believe he was even more serviceable than Clint Dix was for the Bears in 2019. He even displayed even better zone coverage and man-to-man coverage than how Clint Dix did. So hopefully he got a few things in order. The Bears able to put him in a better position so he can perform a lot better than he did last year. You know, he is already a one-time Pro Bowler, so he did show that he can play at a high level. Let's hope that he can replicate that level this season because there wasn't a lot going on. And on third down and 1, the Bears seek a blitz on the field, and it was a blitz. It got straight to the backfield before almost down there before the running back was able to get the ball. And it is a stop on third down and 1. The Titans lose about 2-3 yards in the backfield, and it is now fourth down. And the Chicago Bears get the ball back, and get the chance to score yet again. But until then, we're just gonna see how it goes. Come on, Chicago. Get get one last preseason win before the regular season starts, because we know once that regular season starts, it is indeed going to be rough. So let's just hope that they can indeed get it together. But I did just get a notification. The notification I just got One of the guys I did say and need to promote that is CG Rufus Sports. He does talk football. He is a 49ers fan, but it is what it is. He a cool cat. He one of the cooler cats in the football community, especially in the YouTube community. And also he does also WWE content. So make sure to check out CG Rufus Sports as well. Check him out. He not only do 49er content, he does WWE content. So I'm pretty sure if you do subscribe, it's because of the WWE content. Because not too many people fuck with 49ers unless you're from San Francisco. But it is what it is. He is still pretty cool damn dude. So just make sure to check him out as well. And also, once again, if you are a new person checking in, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, hit that share button as well. Once again, this is John Finley bringing it back to you with another sports reaction, reacting to our Chicago Bears taking on the Tennessee Titans live. So just make sure to tune in and check that out. So yes, indeed. But of course, it is indeed still on commercial, waiting on the game to be over, basically, so that we can get to the regular season. You know, I'm loving the fact that I'm watching the game, but at the same time, I'm getting a little bit annoyed because it's the preseason, and I'm really just waiting on the regular season to start. Can't wait for some Bears football to start. And once again, I will be bringing it to you, not either if not today, tomorrow. Bears first pregame against the LA Rams. So I will be bringing it in early as possible, so as many people can catch it and watch it as early as possible. So I will be doing that. So just make sure to tune in to the pregame either Sunday or either tonight or this Sunday. And remember, the Bears will be taking on very good competition starting off. They show on the quarterbacks on the schedule this season. You know, Matt Stafford week 1, Aaron Rodgers week 6, week 14, Tom Brady week 7, Ben Roethlisberger week 9, Lamar Jackson week 11, Kyler Murray week 13, and Russell Wilson week 16. So that right there, people can say right there, all of them automatic losses just because you mentioned the quarterbacks. It's not even talking about the team. So it's going to be a long road for the Chicago Bears, but they can put it together if they put the right people in position to win. But they have to do that. They have to do that drastically, and it starts with the offensive line. It starts with that offensive line. If the offensive line is not going to perform well, it all falls apart. It all falls apart. You know, it's either that or you just play 7 on 7s. That's only how it's going to work. And because guess what? The NFL is not 7 on 7. You're going to need those 5 offensive linemen to get it together. You're going to need them. So now that looked like a false fucking start, but they ain't called it. But the Bears did get a push up the field initially on that 4-yard gain on first down with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Once again, Tennessee Titans is beating the Bears 24-21. But basically, back to what I was saying to that, the guys that the Bears have smoked in that schedule of the guys I just mentioned, Matt Stafford is one of them. Ben Roethlisberger is one of them, and Russell Wilson is one of them. So there's 3 guys that the Bears have always, you know, kicked their ass. Russell Wilson had a few victories early in his career, but since then the Bears can get in his ass. Ben Roethlisberger has not had he hasn't had nothing good happen to him with the Bears since Jerome Bettis was on the squad. And Matthew Stafford's Matthew Stafford. He missed the interception. He left home picks to the Bears. But it was just a completion to Jesper Horsted from Nick Foles, throwing a touchdown down the field, and the Bears was able to get the ball back. Somehow Jesper Horsted was able to hold on to the ball, almost a one-headed catch down the field. Hopefully he's one of the guys that can possibly make the team as well. But he has played so much better. He has improved so much since the 2019 season. He has made a lot of great catches, and he makes another one good catch up here. And he scores his third receiving touchdown of this preseason game. So the moment they kick this extra point, and if they make it, then I will officially put the new score up for our Chicago Bears. So let's see. Will it be 27, 24? Oh, wow, they're going for a 2-point conversion. This might bite the Bears in the ass. Four wide receiver set, single backfield. Ball is snapped. Should have kicked the fucking ball. That's the stupidest shit I've seen in my life. Bears up 27-24. So if all of a sudden Tennessee score and they go to overtime for some dumbass reason, that dumbass 2-point conversion is why. So the Bears lead 27-24. Once again, Matt Nagy calling dumbass plays. Stupid ass plays. I know it's the preseason, people. I know it is the preseason. But that is stupid nonetheless. Stupid as hell, nonetheless. But anyways, just remember to hit that like and subscribe button if you are new. If you are old, just hit that like button. Also share and keep the channel going. Just keep spreading it out to everyone. Keep letting people know that I am doing live streams for the Chicago Bears. Of course, this is indeed the last live stream I will be doing for the preseason streaming the last game, but I will be doing live streams during the halftime show of every Bears game, and I also will be putting up news every week pertaining to the Bears, and also the pregame and postgame videos for our Chicago Bears as well. So just to make sure you continue to tune in and watch and just see everything that's going on, and also just hit a this put down a comment and let me know who you is. Just keep the show going, keep it entertaining, so that I just don't keep talking to my motherfucking self. Just keep it going, man. Because pretty soon the live stream will end, and that will be the last live stream I will do for game this season, unless it's just a special occasion. Like Bears have a chance to eclipse the division title that game or something like that. Then I might live stream it. But other than that, this will be the last live stream of this season in terms of live streaming for 3.5 hours. Shit, that's a long ass time to be talking. Shit. I don't know how people can do it every game. Every game, talking the whole game. Shit, that's a lot. Shit. But the Bears are getting ready to kick the ball off, kick it back to Tennessee. And the Bears have a 3-point lead with less than 7 minutes to play. 6 minutes, 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So the Bears can easily get a stop, get the ball back, and possibly score another touchdown or run the clock out. But so far, it's literally been nothing but Jesper Horsted this whole preseason game. He's made all the plays, constantly scoring touchdowns for the Bears, constantly just doing everything right. God damn, man. Too bad Jesse James is on the squad too, because I don't know if Jesper Horsted is going to make the start. I don't know if he's going to make it. I don't know if he's going to make it to the active roster, because Jesse James, of course, is a multiple-time Pro Bowl tight end as well for the Pittsburgh Steelers before he went to the Bears. Before, of course, injury slowed him down, and that's the reason why, if you never heard of Jesse James, that's why you haven't heard of him, because injury slowed him down later on in his career. But he is indeed a very reliable tight end out there, along with Jimmy Graham and Cole Kmet. So unless someone goes down with COVID or injuries, that's only how you're going to see Jesper Horsted out there. Of course, if you are a Bears fan, you do remember Jesper Horsted catching that touchdown a couple of years ago against the Lions, holding it against his helmet and holding the ball in. That's back when he had the super short hair back then. But yeah, now it is a false start penalty on number 69 of the Tennessee Titans, and it is 1st and 15 with 6 minutes and 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yet again, the Chicago Bears is up 27-24 over the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans in a three wide receiver set, one tight end close, play action play, get the ball to the wide receiver, and DeAndre Houston Carson pushes him out of bounds. And it is now second down. Christian Jones is the one who made the play to get him out of bounds, and it's 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and it is 25 seconds left on the play clock. It is a second down and 5. So it's a 5-yard completion. Four wide receiver set, single backfield. Matt Barkley is the quarterback, former Chicago Bear. And they get the ball to the running back who is able to break up the field and yet again get another first down. It's like they keep, man, they literally is in the same formation and running the same play. What the hell are they doing? It's literally the same play. It's a draw play. Halfback draw to the right, halfback draw to the left. Standing there like watching Madden. I swear to God, it's almost like watching Madden. They back in a four wide receiver set, no, three wide receiver set, one tight end to the right. He just swung over to the left. 5 minutes left in the clock. Now it's a straight up run, and the running back breaks free again and gets another first down. But this might be coming back, as I believe I did see a holding penalty on the play. It was a chop block, number 75. That's worse, because that means you trying to end somebody's career when you chop blocking, man. You can't. I don't even think they even allow chop blocking anymore in the league. That's how far down we have gone to a point that you can't even chop block anymore. That's how soft the NFL gets. Can't chop block. That's a 15-yard penalty. Now it's first down and 25. With 4 minutes and 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 wide receiver sacks, empty backfield. Bears is in about it looked like the dime package. And couldn't find an opening, and Christian Jones was defending the running back number 25 heel on the play, and it is an incomplete pass. It is 2nd and 25 with 4 minutes and 56 seconds left on the play in the game, and it is 25 seconds left on the play clock. Tennessee Titans is still on the 32-yard line of their own side of the field. 3 wide receivers set, one tight end, one back in the backfield. Tight end shifting back and forth, remains to the left. Ball is snapped. Ball is thrown out, and the pass is indeed complete. But it is indeed third down, and they stop the clock. But now they reviewing over the Bears' regular season schedule. Week 1 through 9 is Rams, Bengals in Chicago. Damn, they moved the schedule so quick I can't even say it. Shit. Oh well. Oh well. If you want to check out my prediction video I did a few months back, just check that out. Go onto my page and check it out. The Chicago Bears 2001 season prediction. Duke Shelley almost came out with a pick, but it wasn't. Not. So it's known as a pass breakup. It is 4th down on 11, 4 minutes, 46 seconds left in the game. For Duke Shelley, you got to come up with those interceptions, man. I guess you know why he's a cornerback and not a receiver. He can't catch for shit. But at least the coverage was way better, because his coverage has been sus this whole preseason. So hopefully by the time the regular season starts, he don't look so bad. But Daz Newsome calls a fair catch. It goes out of bounds, and it is somewhere between the 15 and the 20-yard line. and Nick Foles will be back out there on the field for the Chicago Bears. And it is 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Of course, the Chicago Bears has beaten Tennessee Titans 27-24. But the player of the game is Jesper Horsted of the Chicago Bears, who have 5 receptions for 104 yards. That is 20.8 yards per catch. And he has 3 receiving touchdowns. Now, if you're not a Bear fan, you never heard of Jesper Horsted, but a few years ago, Jesper Horsted was number 49. Now he is number 87. And they get the ball to Artavius Pierce, who able to break free for a few yards, and he gets about a 6-yard gain. It is 2nd down and 4. And the Bears is trying to run the clock out with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. And there's 30 seconds left on the play clock as the time continues to run, and the Bears is going to allow the play clock to wind down as much as possible and try to run the football. This seems to be the typical plan instead of trying to stay aggressive, because at this time it still is a preseason game. You want to win the preseason game. And shit, you just want to win all the time. But I'm pretty sure they're going to run the ball and then probably do a play action pass on 3rd down if they get more than enough positive yards on this down right now. The ball is snapped. Artavius Pierce gets stopped a yard in the backfield, so now it will be 3rd down and 5. With 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. And it is now timeout Tennessee. So Tennessee gets the timeout, stops the clock. 3rd down and 5. The Bears have to get a 1st down in order to keep that clock rolling and to also be one step forward to securing that victory that the Bears so desperately need right now. So let's see how they do. See if they're going to continue to play with some sense, or will they fuck up. The 3rd down and 4 for the Chicago Bears. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Bears is finally coming out. 5 wide receivers set. Empty backfield, and now the running back is going back to the backfield. 3rd down and 4. And the ball is snapped. Get the ball to Ryan Nall, and Ryan Nall drops the ball. And now it is 4th down and 4. Ryan Nall was right in front of the 1st down sticks instead of being further ahead, at least a yard or 2 in front of the 1st down stick. But that was the play design, and the Bears get stopped. So 4th down and 4 with 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in the game. And now the Bears punt the football. And Pat O'Donnell is back to punt. And the punt is off. And great angle punt, great coffin corner punt. And Pat O'Donnell once again does it again for the Chicago Bears and gives them an opportunity not to be so ass. So let's see. See what Tennessee is out to. They have probably, I think it looked like they had about the 27-yard line. 3 wide receivers set, tight end up close, single backfield. Ball is snapped, running back goes up the field, gets to the 2nd level again in about a 6-yard gain, 6 or 7 yard gain. 2nd down for Tennessee, 3 minutes and 27 seconds on the play clock, and the time still runs. Once again, the Bears is up 27-24 in this game. Tennessee Titans has the ball and is starting to drive the ball down the field. It was a 5-yard gain on the play, and there's now 3 minutes left and counting, and the Bears have to get off the field. 3 wide receivers set. Play action pass. Quarterback gets free, and he gets it to the wide receiver, who gets stopped a few yards short of the 1st down, and it looks like the Tennessee wide receiver is hurt on the play. 3rd down and 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game, and the Bears get gets a chance to stop them. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be probably an injury timeout, so we're just going to see what's going to happen right now. Well, it seems like they're going to be taking some time. So far, just to review the last play, the Bears did put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but the quarterback was able to wiggle free long enough to get the ball to the wide receiver number 12 of the Tennessee Titans. He catches the ball, he gets stopped 2 yards short. The Bears players fall on top of him, and it seems like he is a bit banged up right now. He is coming off the field, and then once he get off the field, the game will officially resume with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. And the time will continue to run as soon as they start it right back up. So let's see. Full wide receiver set, tight end tight, single backfield, third down and 2. Clock is rolling. Ball is snapped. And the wide receiver literally for the Tennessee Titans just missed an easy open pass right to him because the Bears did blitz their cornerback number 43. It was a simple pitch and catch type of goddamn thing. And he just couldn't hold on to the football. And the Bears hold them right then and there. And now it is 4th down and 2 for the Tennessee Titans with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Yet again, the Bears is beating the Titans 27-24 with 15 seconds left on the play clock. And now they are in a 3 wide receiver set. Tight end shifting back and forth, single backfield. Let's see what the Bears will do. And it was a false start. I think it's a false start on Tennessee based on what I saw. Neutral zone infraction on the Chicago Bears. So that is a free first down. I thought it was a false start, but instead it goes against the Bears. And Tennessee gets a free first down just like that. Yep. So now first down and 10, 2 minutes, 29 seconds left. 3 wide receiver set, tight end close, single backfield. Ball is snapped. Quarterback drops back. And they sacked the quarterback for a 1 yard loss. And now it is 2nd down and 11. The Bears finally gets to the quarterback and finally gets that sack. And the clock continues to run. And the Tennessee Titans most likely were allowed to get to the 2-minute warning, or they will snap the ball right here. It is 4 wide receivers set. And the ball is snappy for the 2-minute warning. And it is a screen play for the running back who makes the right plays but gets tripped up in the back by number 92 Johnson. And it is now 3rd down. And now it goes to the 2-minute warning with 1 minute and 57 seconds left. And still the Bears is winning the game, but the Tennessee Titans continues to drive the ball down the field. As they go on commercial, we're just going to review over a few things that has happened in this Bears preseason game. Number one, the Bears offensive defense started off looking almost like they did last week against the Buffalo Bills. The Bears did eventually hold the Tennessee Titans all the way up to 4th down, but the Tennessee Titans were able to punch it in, get the first score of the game, and then the Tennessee Titans was up 7-0. Then after that, Tennessee Titans tends to still be driving the ball down the field, doing well, and then right after that, the quarterback gets hit as he releases the ball for the Tennessee Titans. Number 31 of the Bears picks the ball off. I say number 31 because I don't know his name. A lot of these guys I never heard of before. Picks the ball off and runs it in for a touchdown. That makes the game 7-7, just like that. And then Tennessee gets the ball, eventually drives down the field. The Bears hold them within the red zone. Tennessee kicks the field goal, then they are up 10-7. Then right after that, Justin Fields and the Bears drive the ball down the field, and Justin Fields able to pick the ball into Jessica Horsted in the back shoulder throw, almost at the corner of the end zone on 2 defenders, and scores another touchdown. The first offensive touchdown for the Bears. Going into the half, and the Bears leave the half 14-10, and then right after that, The Bears score another touchdown again with Nick Foles driving the ball down the field, being 7 of 7 on the drive for 64 yards. Throws a quick slant touchdown to Justin Horsted to get the Bears up even more. And then at that time, they was up 21 to 10 at one point. And then right after that, Tennessee Titans drives right back down the field after going back and forth with the Bears, getting a few stops here and there on both ends of the field. They go down and they score, and then it is 24-21 Tennessee. Then the Bears go right back down the field again. Jessica Horsted catch an excellent one-handed pass, able to run all the way up the field, get an easy touchdown, and then the Bears is up 27 to 20, 27 to 24. Then go for a 2-point conversion, does not get it, so the Bears is up 27-24 at this time. And the Bears and the Titans has been going back and forth as of right now. And the Titans got the ball with 1 minute and 57 seconds left in the game after the 2-minute warning. So I don't know how many timeouts both teams got. I think they both got 2 timeouts left. And as of right now, the player of the game is Jessica Horsted based on what he did. He did have 5 receptions for about 108 yards, 104 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns, averaging 20.8 yards per reception. So it was 3rd down and 3, 4 wide receiver set, tight end close, and single backfield. And they run the ball to the running back, and it gets him in the backfield. And Joshua Woods, number 55 for the Bears, makes the stop in the backfield. And it is now 4th down for the Tennessee Titans, and the Bears make the stop. And now they're showing the highlights of what Justin Fields was able to do today. And Justin Fields made a lot of good plays out there, but now the ball is snapped. And the ball gets put right back on the receiver, looking good. Very good pass, but the Tennessee Titan receiver couldn't come down with the ball. So now it is stop on 4th down. The Bears gets the ball back, and the Bears got the chance to run the goddamn clock out with 1 minute and 32 seconds left. And also with 2 timeouts, the Bears have a great opportunity to finish this game with the win and finish the preseason with the win going into the first game of the season against the LA Rams. So now it is a 3 wide receiver set, tight end switch over to the right side of the field, single backfield. Running back gets the ball, and he gets stopped at the line of scrimmage for no yardage gain. And I believe Tennessee calls a timeout immediately with 1 minute and 27 seconds left in the game. And now Tennessee has 1 timeout, and the Bears have to get at least 1 first down to completely finish this game without Tennessee getting a chance to get the ball back, drive down the field, and possibly score a touchdown and end the game and leave the Bears looking retarded as fuck in the last preseason game. Handed them a loss in the last preseason game, heading into the first regular season game, going against the LA Rams. I think it's September 12th at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So it will be Sunday night football game for the Bears, primetime game for the Bears. So let's see how it is. 2 wide receivers set, I formation. And they give it to the fullback, Ryan Nall, and he gets a few yards up the field. Look like a 2-yard gain. And got to get Tennessee calls the 3rd and final timeout with 1 minute and 22 seconds left in this game. So the Bears have to get a first down in order to keep the game going. And also with Tennessee not having no timeouts left, the Bears get the first down. After that, then they can basically continue to take leads and end the game, and the Bears win the final preseason game. And then after that, guess what? On to the regular season football. Andy Dalton starting over Justin Fields. Let's see how well Andy Dalton played, because Justin Fields looked a hell of a lot better in this game than he did last week. Of course, the competition is not as great as it was last week with the Tennessee Titans, who had overall just a shitty defense. And it showed. It showed that they still got a shitty defense, even though they're, yes, it's second and third stringers. Shitty is shitty. Period. So shitty is shitty. But the Bears get the ball to Octavius Pierce, who breaks out in the open field. And do they call it a first down, or do they say short? He will be just shy of the sticks, and it is fourth down with 1 minute left to go, and the Bears will let this play clock run all the way down, and then go ahead and punt the ball out. Most likely, they're going to try to do a sky type of punt if they don't go for it on fourth down. If they do, they still give Tennessee a chance to get the ball back and drive down the field on an even shorter field. If the ball is indeed at the 30 what? Okay, the Bears take the, I don't know if they call timeout or are they taking a penalty. Okay, Bears call timeout with 34 seconds left in the game. So it looked like 9 times out of 10 they're gonna go for it. And then they're just gonna say like shit, Tennessee, you're gonna have to beat us late in the game with so many seconds left on the clock. And so right now they just trying to get everything on water. But it is what it is. Once again, people, this is John O'Pimney bringing it back to you with another sports reaction, talking about the Chicago Bears versus the Tennessee Titans. Just make sure that you like and subscribe, share as well. If you already subscribed, just like and share this video. If you are not subscribed, subscribe to this channel, drop a comment down, and just continue to keep the channel growing as well. I'm trying to reach at least 500 subscribers by the end of the season. If I can do that, that would be great. If I surpass that, that would be more excellent. A fourth down and 1 for the Chicago Bears. Single backfield. Let's see if they can get the down. And they was looking for a hard count, no movement. And they take the leg game penalty, and the team will go out to punt the ball. So I thought they was going to go for it. And Matt Nagy was going to be goofy as hell to pull some dumb shit like that, but he doesn't. For the first time, he actually makes a smart fucking decision that I've seen so far in this preseason. Other than, starting Justin Fields in this preseason game and getting as many reps as possible. But the Bears is back fourth down and 6 after the 5-yard penalty, and they are punting the ball off. It will be a very high punt, and they're going to try to make sure that the ball stays in bounds. And the ball does all the way down to the 1-yard line with 23 seconds left. So Pat O'Donnell does his job exquisitely. He does the job exquisitely. His punting skills has increased drastically more and more throughout the time that he plays. And that was a perfect punt, all the way down to the 1-yard line, inside the 1-yard line. So it's at the half 1-yard line. With 23 seconds left and no timeouts left for Tennessee, only how they win this game if they do a one-play bomb and the guy just don't get caught and he breaks tackles and he goes in and scores a touchdown. On some Madden shit. But other than that, man, it looks more like the Bears should walk away with this victory. And yeah, I will be talking, of course, about everything that happened in this game, post-game, go over everything that happened and what needs to happen when the season starts. The back passed the ball, and the receiver just couldn't hold on to the ball for the Tennessee Titans. The ball was put on him, it was a little high. But I believe that if he was at that next level of being a wide receiver, he would come down with the ball. But it's second down and 10 for the Tennessee Titans. 19 seconds left in the game. The Bears are still up 27-24 on our Chicago Bears. Well, our Chicago Bears up 27-24 on the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans goes out in 3 wide receiver set, tight end close to the left side, single backfield. 7 seconds left in the play clock. The ball is snapped, pass rush getting to Matt Barkley. And the ball is knocked up in the air and intercepted. Oh my God, he dropped the ball. Number 55, how you a bitch. Number 55 Warriors dropped a goddamn ball. Had a chance to end the goddamn game just like that. Ball fall right in his goddamn hands, and somehow he can't hold on to the ball. And when he fell to the ground, he knew he screwed up. Goofy. Third down and 10. Tennessee Titans. Four wide receiver set. Single back in the backfield. Tight end close. They get a ball to the running back, allow him to run up the field, and he almost get the first down just like that. But of course, that's just to run a timeout, and his time runs out. Of course, the Chicago Bears walk away with the victory, and the Bears officially get the victory in this final preseason game, 27-24. So we're just going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with the post-game show discussing everything that happened in this preseason game. Go over everything that I've pretty much been talking about this whole time. And then we're going to talk more about what's going to happen in the first week of the season and what we need to see from our Chicago Bears. But that will indeed be happening within the next 30 seconds to a minute, so I will be right back.
You can holler gang gang all of you want and now go get your team. I will go to the extremes, eliminate you by any means.
Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back. Now, this is indeed the post-game show for the Chicago Bears. And the Chicago Bears come away with the victory, 27-24 over the Tennessee Titans in his last preseason game. Of course, I already broke it down for you. If you haven't heard, I'm just going to break it down again. Of course, starting it off, the Tennessee Titans jumped on the Bears. They was able to drive the ball down the field and eventually score a touchdown on fourth down. And the Bears offense just was not looking good. Jermaine Ifedi seems to be the weak link of this team. It seems like he has become the new Charles Leno Jr. Causing penalties, false start penalties, giving up sacks, just not looking good. Hopefully that can improve in the start of the regular season, but I don't think that that's something that's going to happen just like that, because if it was to happen just like that, then guess what? Charles Leno ass will still be here, but he's not, because guess what? That's life. You got good players, you got bad players, and Jermaine Ifedi is one of those bad players. So eventually Larry Borum should be able to take his position if he decides to play right tackle, because, of course, our starting right tackle that we do want, or left tackle, whichever way you can play, is Tevin Jenkins is out after having back surgery a few weeks ago, so he is indeed hurt, and he won't be back until at least week 8, at latest week 12, and that's if the Bears don't decide to say he's done for the rest of the season. But anyways, back to the game that was going on. Jesper Horsted came out and played his ass off today. He is number 87 for the Bears, tight end, and he had 5 receptions for about 104 receiving yards, averaged 20.8 receiving yard per each yards per catch, and also had 3 receiving touchdowns as well in his game. The Bears defense did get a sack or two, did put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but the quarterback was able to weave around and still indeed put up 24 points. But the defense did score 1 defensive touchdown, the quarterback getting hit in the back and the ball sputtering in the air. and that caused an interception by number 31 of Chicago Bears that ran it in for a touchdown. The Bears did have a chance to have another late interception that possibly could have went in but for a touchdown up by number 55, Joshua Woods. But because of him failing to be able to catch the ball, wasn't able to do it. But it is what it is. Let's go, Colts. Good job, Bears. Yeah, I'm about to say shit. Let's go, Colts. I'm actually in Indiana right now. So yeah, back in the day, I did fuck with Peyton Manning, Edgerrin James, and all them. But once they played the Bears, that shit was over. Fuck the Colts. Still fucks with them, but I don't fuck with them. It is what it is. But Edgerrin James was the shit though for the Bears. But basically, back to the game. The Bears did a lot of decent things that I like to see them continue to do. Special teams looked way better since they got rid of a lot of those junk players. Now you almost down to your final roster. Special teams looked a lot better. It wasn't a whole bunch of long runs on punt return and kick return. They was stopping them within the first 7 yards, basically. I think they probably got 10-yard punt return. Other than that, the Bears were shutting all that shit down. Kickoff return, they were shutting that shit down too. Either they got to the 25 or at furthest 27, or they were stopped before they even got to the 25-yard line. So that was a lot of good things I seen with that. But with the offensive line, they was able to make a few plays, open up a few nice holes with Jason Peters and them out there. It's just that I still didn't like it. I didn't like it because that was the Bears' offensive line that was the starters. They was going against second and third string guys, and they couldn't make enough adequate push on that exterior of the line. They weren't able to push enough bodies forward to get Damian Williams uh, adequate running room, especially early in the game where it was third down and one, and then eventually fourth down and one, and you still couldn't get your running back the first down when you're going to get second and third string guys. If that's the goddamn case, the Bears gonna have a hard time running their goddamn football. Bears, my favorite NFC team. Oh, okay, good man. I appreciate it, man. Drop a like, man. Subscribe to the channel and share, and just keep this channel growing, man. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be doing a halftime show for the Bears. I'm gonna be doing pre-game and post-game videos. The halftime show will be live, but of course the pre-game and the post-game videos will be pre-recorded. But just subscribe to the channel so that you can see more Bears content. Especially because shit, Bears your favorite NFC team. Let's get that popping. But as of right now, they just going through a bit of the highlights, talking about what happened with Justin Fields and everything else. Yeah, he did make a lot of great plays. Hopefully, whenever he gets in, he can do more plays. But based on everything I saw from the Bears, man, they got a hard time. Like they got a hard time pass protection. They got a hard time run blocking. It's gonna be a tough season. It's gonna be tough. But the Bears do have, the weapons that they didn't have last year. It's not just Allen Robinson. Darnell Mooney emerged a little bit more last year. Hopefully, he can emerge a little bit more. Now the Bears have Demir Bird, Daz Newsome, Goodwin. They have a lot more key guys out there. Damian Williams, Tariq Cohen. Hopefully, he can come back sometime this season, early in the season, and be a major impact for our team. David Montgomery coming off a 1,000-yard season. Leading the NFL. Well, not leading the NFL, but being top 5 in the NFL in total scrimmage yards and total rushing yards last year. So let's just see exactly how he performs. So that's one of the main things to look forward to. And of course, last but not least, their defense. How will they perform with the defensive back? So I already have an idea how they're going to perform at the linebacking core and the defensive line. They're going to perform A-OK. They're going to be fine. It's not going to be too many problems. It's not going to be too much going on. they're going to be 100% fine. But in order for them to get to their A-OK 100% 100, the defensive back's going to have to play a lot better. Now, of course, Eddie Jackson and Tashawn Gibson coming back, that's a key plus. So hopefully, with those guys on, they can protect the back nine a lot better than they did last year. And the corners, Jalen Johnson didn't have any turnovers last year. He had a few pass breakups, but he broke down late in the season. Kyle Fuller is no longer here. So we're just going to see if it's going to be Kendall Gildor or Desmond Trufant. Desmond Trufant didn't play in not one preseason game. Of course, I heard rumors about, he lost his father. That's why, he's dealing with that mentally. He can't get himself together. So I guess they gave him a chance to sit back and relax and don't just do his ass in like that. So I believe that Desmond Trufant most likely will make the team unless it's something else that I haven't heard yet. But I believe that the team is going to do exceptionally well. And it's just that it's a lot more holes. With the holes on this team, the Bears can still end up going anywhere between 5 to 7 wins at worst, and that's going to be real bad for our team. But the best case scenario, they win 11 games, and then even with the limited offensive line, and we look at everything like, oh, okay, then it is what it is, man. I love every bit of it, but as of right now, man, it's the last preseason game. Most likely tomorrow. I'm probably gonna start working on the video tonight, but most likely tomorrow. If I don't release the video today, I will release the video tomorrow about our Chicago Bears preseason. Not the last preseason game, but the first regular season game going against the LA Rams. I will be releasing that video very soon, just so then I can make sure I get it out there and everyone be able to check it out. Rams fans, Bear fans, and all. Just make sure to tune in, check it out, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Once again, this is Jonah Pitney bringing it back to you with the Chicago Bears versus the Tennessee Titans in the last preseason game. Yet again, the Bears win the game 27-24, and I'm just going to call it a day, man. Peace out, everyone.
You can holler gang, gang all that you want, and now go get your team. I will go to the extremes.